Welcome, everyone, to CritsNCantrips presents City of Shadows, a Vampire the Masquerade playthrough, Episode 1. I'm not going to be able to keep up that spooky vibe the entire time, so.
A name so nice, you gotta say it twice.
Vampire the Masquerade, City of Shadows. Welcome. So tonight we're going to play a little Vampire the Masquerade. It's the first time that we have played this ever. I think a couple of us have watched some playthroughs of the game before. I have read the rules and think it would just be a good game to play during October. So we're going to give it a shot. Tonight will be mostly character creation, I hope. And then we will kind of jump into the story a little bit, just making sure that we were properly live. Let me tweet that out too.
We are.
Who is we? That's a great question, Six Semper Tyrannosaurus. I am joined today by Brendan, who is in the middle of the screen here. CritsNCantrips behind him. Look
Hello,
at that.
ladies.
Way over there is Nicholas. Way over there. And down here right below me, this is Dylan. And then, Brendan, if you can give me a point at Sarah for me. Nope, that's Dylan. Can you
He's below me.
Can you go
Hey,
over
Sarah,
one more for me?
The answer here, Sarah, is everywhere.
Other way. Yeah.
I'm pointing. We got it.
There we go. Nicholas has got it. That's Sarah down there in the corner, bottom right. Hello, Soda.
Hi, Soda.
God, you have to remember that many A's every time you log in. That's impressive.
Never log out.
Yeah, exactly. Never log out. Real quick to kind of this game is a little bit darker than maybe some of the things we've played before, or rather it has the potential to be a little bit darker. I just have a feeling that we're not going to make it that dark because we're kind of a goofy group most of the time, and that's okay. I am. I definitely am. I definitely am. But I do want to read this quick mature content warning, at least part of it in the beginning, to kind of help set the vibe of this game, and hopefully just so everyone's on the same page. So for the past several decades, actually let me pull it over here so I can have my head here. For the past several decades, Vampire the Masquerade has addressed the darkness in the real world through horror stories. It has talked about AIDS, capitalist exploitation, sexual predation, the resurgence of far-right political extremism, religious fanaticism, state and private surveillance, and many other issues. This version of the game does not shy away from any of the above, and we believe exploration of subjects like these is valid in role-playing games as it is in other media. Including a problematic subject in a storytelling game is not the same as glorifying it, and if you take the chance to explore it critically, it can be the exact opposite. If we understand the problems we're facing us, we're better armed to fight them. V5, which is the version that we're playing, includes in-world references and expressions of the following: sexual violence, political extremism, physical violence, gore, mind control, torture, abuse, imprisonment, kidnapping, racism, sexism, homophobia, just to name a few. It's a game about monsters. Why am I telling you this? Someone at the table might not be familiar. Someone watching at home might not be familiar with the game. And someone may have dealt with these issues in real life. And someone at your table wants to know that you read this warning, or that I read this warning out loud, and know that we'll be considerate to them as players while putting their characters
hide your kids, hide your wives.
Exactly. In the appendix of the book, there's some stuff to talk about, go a little bit deeper in it. But again, this is a game about monsters, but it's only a game. Don't use it as an excuse to be a monster yourself.
We are not pioneers in the subject, but we will keep investigating these topics.
Exactly. So that is what we're gonna play today. But today we're gonna jump into character creation. And we're gonna do that through Foundry. I have everyone logged into Foundry here. And we're gonna start. I just want to get you guys to pull up the character creation screen. So on the top right of your screen, there's a bunch of icons. One of them should be actors. It's a little person icon. And then there should be a create actor button. And then under type, you'll hit vampire and then do create new actor. You don't have to worry about a name yet. We can name people afterwards, but all that should do is pull up a screen that's got a bunch of attributes and skills and that sort of thing listed. Just says vampire at the top. let me know when everyone has done that or has succeeded in doing that.
I don't want to be vampire number 3.
Austin, run that from the top.
Exactly. Yep. Happy. So top right, there is a little person icon.
Yes.
Like in the icon. So click on that and then create actor.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that menu, you should be able to, under type, you should choose vampire and then create new actor.
Great.
Cool. I think that looks like everyone has gotten it. We got vampire 2, 3, Kane, and 4. Cool. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set our attributes. So you guys can kind of click on the little bubbles next to the like strength, dexterity, stamina, and kind of see how those go up. And if you press the X on the far left, it gets rid of all of them. They all have a 1 right now, but some of them will be blank, but by default they all show as 1. Let me go over kind of how the game works a little bit so you have an idea of what we're going to put in these and how many we're going to put in each one. So the way this game works is for each dot that you have in your attribute and each dot you have in a skill, you will roll that many d10s, and for every 6 and above, you get a success. And things have a difficulty level. So something might be a difficulty 2, which means you need to roll 2 successes. So the number of dots dictates the number of dice that you get to roll. And so all things that we roll will have an attribute plus a skill. So you might roll strength plus athletics, or strength plus brawl if you're fighting someone, or charisma plus intimidation if you're trying to scare someone, or intelligence plus politics if you're trying to suss out what a politician might be doing. Does that make sense, at least at a high level, to everyone?
You said all the dots are d10s?
Yep, all dots will be, it'll be a number of d10s. So if you have 2 dots in strength and 2 in brawl, then you'll roll 4 die. But we'll be able to do all of that straight from your character sheet as well. You don't have to roll physical die if you don't want to, but if you can, if you want to, you can. Does that make sense?
See.
Cool. All right, so let's start. So how we'll do this is you guys will be able to kind of think of what you think of your character being, kind of have an idea of who your character is, and you can always come back later and change these, but we're going to start by setting your attributes. And you'll put 4 dots into your best attribute. You'll put 3 attributes at 3 dots, 4 attributes at 2 dots, and your worst attribute at 1 dot. So I would start with your best and your worst. So let's everyone kind of think through what they think their best skill and their worst skill they want to be, what kind of character they're thinking of. And I have pulled up on page... It's 157, or on the PDF, or 155 in the actual rulebook, goes through and describes what each of these is, but I can also walk you guys through what they are if you have any questions. Most of them are probably fairly self-explanatory, but on this page in the rulebook, it also gives you an idea of how strong, like, or if you have 1 dot in it, what that might mean, like in a game. For instance, if your strength is at 1 dot, you can easily crush a beer can. But if your strength is at 3 dots, you might be able to break open a wooden door. But if it's at 5 dots, which you guys can't do right now, you're a true powerhouse and likely can break open a metal fire door, tear open a chain link fence, or snap a chained gate. You would be able to throw 250 kilograms. So if anyone has any questions or wants me to go through those level of stats for any one of these skills, I would be happy to do so.
Yeah, why can't we be 5?
That is just not how it works when you are doing your character creation.
Okay.
But
All right,
you might
walk
be
me
able
through
to...
what you're supposed to pick again. You're supposed to do.
Yep. So we'll start, Sarah, that your mic is doing the thing.
Okay.
You'll start with your
4,
best
3, 2,
attribute
1.
as 4 dots. You get 3 at 3 dots. You get 4 at 2 dots. And you get 1 at 1 dot.
All right. So we get 1 at 4, 3 at 3, 4 at 2,
and 1 at 1.
1 at 1.
I wrote it on a sticky note.
Nice. And again, I can read through any of
Oh.
these, so maybe for instance, if you have a 2 dots in stamina, you could take a beating, but you might consider suing for peace. Or if you have 4 dots of stamina, you could win a marathon or take copious amounts of pain, at least physically. And let me let you guys know a little bit about a couple derived stats too, because that might change your opinion.
What page were the descriptions of the attributes on again,
It should
Austin?
be in the actual book. If you're looking in the bottom of the book, it's 155. But I think if you type in 157 into the PDF, it should get you there. It says core traits.
Okay,
We're trying
thank
to
you.
have separate roles here.
If you guys want
Like-
to, and again, we can come back to this. This is usually just a good starting point.
Does anybody
but
want
yes.
to talk about? Is anybody thinking about being a really strong vampire or really fast vampire, really smart vampire?
I was thinking about being more of a bruiser, not really doing a lot of
Bruiser.
manipulation.
Your
and charisma.
health is your stamina plus 3. So whatever many dots you have in stamina plus 3 is your health. And your resolve, which is kind of like your mental health essentially, is your willpower is your resolve plus your composure. So those are 2 derived stats, and your willpower you can kind of use in situations if you need to re-roll die. If you need to spend, you can spend a point of willpower to like re-roll up to 3 die. So 1 willpower to re-roll 3 die. You can use it to calm yourself down if you get into a frenzy. There's a number of different things that you can do with your willpower. So it's not a terrible thing to have up decently. So again, your best attribute 4 dots, your worst attribute 1 dot, 3 at 3, and 4 at 2. Who wants to let me know what's your best and worst stat? I like, Dylan, how you're changing your profile picture to match the game too.
I know. I was about to say that. Yeah.
Nosferatu. That's good. Who wants to share what they kind of spread out their attributes here, or if anyone has any questions about what any of the skills can do?
Well, like I thought about what kind of vampire I want to be. I just don't know like what that
Let me know.
translates
What
into
are you
attributes.
kind of thinking? We can walk through it that way too.
I want to be Oogie Boogie, but basically I made of fleas and ticks, so I'm like bloodsucker sort of bugs, like a vampire.
Okay,
Mhm.
but boogie boogie as in you like to dance, or boogie
No,
boogie
like,
as in you're fast as fuck.
Oogie Boogie, like the
Like,
villain in
remember-
Night. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like a performer. Sure, he's
Okay,
got a
so
musical
maybe
number.
charismatic.
Yeah, I guess he is
So
charismatic.
so
Yeah.
here's the description for charisma. Charisma measures your natural charm, grace, and sex appeal. So at 3 dots, people trust you implicitly, and you can easily make friends. 4 dots, you possess significant personal magnetism and draw followers like flies.
That's not exactly how I would describe Oogie Boogie.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I wonder if like manipulation is higher for him more than
Yeah, so
charisma.
at 3 dots of manipulation, you never have to pay full price for anything. So manipulation is the ability to twist others to your point of view, lie convincingly, and walk away after duping a mark without anyone being the wiser.
Yeah,
Or dots,
he doesn't
you could
buy
be
anything.
a cult leader or a politician.
I would say right now, I am going wits, intelligence, and composure.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
still on this DJ voice, so
Okay, so
we're gonna see what happens.
Wits are for thinking quickly and reacting correctly on little information.
Oh, I know.
So at 3 dots, so you chose wits as your top one?
Yep.
Okay, so at 4 dots for wits, you are never caught on the back foot and always come up with a smart riposte.
It doesn't sound like me at all.
Quick with it. That sounds like your character, though, maybe.
No, it does sound like me. That's just when you're supposed to say it. Oh, but it's yeah. How's that
Dylan, were
you?
you max in strength?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you're in prime physical specimen, likely with very visible musculature. You could throw 180 kilograms, which is the size of a full coffin or an empty dumpster, which are 2 interesting things.
I'll be sure to get that into play somehow.
Yeah, there you go. What are you thinking, Nicholas?
I think I'm going manipulation and then charisma, composure, and resolve.
Okay, cool. So those are your social attributes. Very social vampire, which is that makes sense. What are you thinking, Sarah? Intelligence is pretty good too.
Yeah, I
you
put a
are
1
muted.
in intelligence. Is that gonna like totally
1
destroy
means
it?
you can read and write competently, though some terms confound you. I think that's okay. I think
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
fine.
like a bruiser character.
Yeah, I was looking at manipulation, intelligent, and wits.
Okay. So smart and manipulative. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's leave it at that for now. And if we need to jump back, if something jumps out later, and you're like, actually, I think I'd rather have this or this or this or this, then that's fine. So let's do those derived stats now, which we'll manually put in here. So at the top, you can see your health bar. You can do the plus and minus to add or remove those dots. So your health is whatever your stamina is plus 3. So if your stamina is 1, then you have 4 health.
It's just the boxes, right? So it's already at 5 by default.
Yep, already at 5 by default. Yeah, when you click on the health boxes, you'll notice that they give you a slash, and then they give you an X. And so there's different kinds of damage in Vampire, because vampires heal. So like bullets and knives really don't do a whole lot to you, but like sunlight does. So there's different ways to lose health. So
we want these. Okay, so empty boxes is
yep,
what we're saying.
Everyone should be at empty boxes right now. Yep. So again, your health is your stamina plus 3, and your willpower is going to be your resolve plus your composure. And so willpower measures a character's confidence, mental stability, and competence in overcoming unfavorable odds. Like health, willpower is a tracker with both a maximum rating and a temporary pool of points. Does everyone have those 2 derived stats set up? Nia,
Yeah.
yes, we did. We played Pathfinder yesterday. Reap what you sow. Now on our YouTube. Okay, cool. So, next up, we're going to jump down to our skills. And you know, I should actually post a picture for your guys' skills, because that's going to be a lot easier than me trying to read off the different things that you can pick here. Let's see, I should have thought of that. One moment. So there's 3 different ways that you can buy skills that we will be doing. And let me post the picture of what those are, and then I'll read them off. Put this in Vampire General as well, but also read it off. So you can pick to be a jack of all trades, which means you can put 1 skill at 3, 8 skills at 2, and 10 skills at 1. Or you can be balanced and choose to have 3 skills at 3, 5 skills at 2, and 7 skills at 1. Or you can be a specialist and have 1 skill at 4, 3 skills at 3, 3 skills at 2, and 3 skills at 1. So it kind of just depends on what kind of character you want to make. When I was watching the playthrough that I watched, it seemed like most of the time people were picking the balanced. But if you're just going hard in one specific area and you just want to be really, really good at one specific thing, then your specialist might be the move. So completely up to you guys. Let's see, let me find where those are real quick, what each one of those means. So the skills, where you're going to start hearing about what each individual skill does, is going to be page 159 in the core rulebook, or 161 if you're looking at the PDF. It starts with physical skills, athletics. Again, same as before, I can kind of read any one of these and let you guys know what they do. Happy to do so. Or if you want to kind of scroll through yourself in the book, that works as well. For instance, athletics, if you have 3 stars in athletics, You are fit as a fiddle and could play professional sports, night games at least. So again, the way the rolling system works is you'll always have an attribute and a skill that you're rolling and added together. Some of your abilities will have specific ones. Other times I'll ask you, what do you think you should be rolling here? I think that the skill is probably charisma, but convince me what, or the attribute's probably charisma, but what skill do you think you want to roll here? So kind of look at what you picked up top and maybe choose skills that make sense down below. Does that make sense?
You said specialist was what?
Specialist is going to be 1 skill at 4, 3 skills at 3, 3 skills at 2, and 3 skills at 1. So you get 1 4 and then 3 3, 3 2, and 3 1.
All of the skills will be filled out when you're done, right?
I believe. No, I don't think so.
Nope,
Actually,
nope, definitely not. No,
Yeah.
nope.
There's a lot of skills there. I don't think so. Well, then that makes sense. Some people, might be really good with guns, but they've never been in finance. So I think it's okay to have some skills where you don't have anything in them.
You said cult leader would go under politics. Is that what you said?
If you want to be a cult leader, is that kind of the vibe that you're thinking?
Yeah.
It might even be more occult. Let me look here for you and see what politics might be or occults might be. Probably want some in persuasion if you're going for like a cult leader. I will say too, I don't think it will really impact your guys' character creation yet, but we are going to be playing in Kansas City, so think about your character in that sense. Maybe
You had you told me something else before about how old we are.
Yep. So yeah, you guys are going to be playing neonates, which means that you were sired, which means that's when you turned into a vampire between 1940 and like the last 2 decades ago. So you've been a vampire for a little while now. Like you're not fledglings, you're not new, and so yeah, that's kind of embraced between and a decade ago. So you could be up to only a 10 years as a vampire, but you are. Of the 12th or 13th generation of vampires since the first one, basically. Sarah, I'm still looking. So politics covers diplomacy and bureaucracy, both humans and kindred. You can work with and possibly put pressure on city government and perhaps higher levels. So like a three dots in politics, you can run political campaigns or political machines or make waves in your sect as an up-and-comer.
Yeah, I don't know if that describes it, so maybe it's more occult then. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so no, occult is actually like your knowledge of the mystical world. It's like how much you know about vampires and everything else that lurks. You're probably more into leadership. If you want to be part of a cult, let me scroll back up to leadership and give you some flavor text on leadership. Leadership grants you the ability to lead a crowd, command a detachment, boost the morale of your supporters, or subdue a riot. A strong prince or baron might possess leadership or risk losing their throne. At 3 dots, which is the middle, you can command on the battlefield and lead your soldiers into death. You could probably persuade people too, would be pretty good. Use persuasion when trying to convince others that you know what's best for them, and that one bite won't hurt at all. Skilled persuaders can play on victims' emotions and appeal to peers' reason. Persuasion applies in law courts and princely courts, in boardrooms, bar rooms, and bedrooms. firearms.
I'm so sorry, viewers, for my short-term memory loss. You said we get 4 for 3 for
Nope, so you're good. If you want to do
If
specialist,
there's a picture.
yeah.
yeah, there is a picture in the Discord too of
Oh,
different ones.
wonderful.
In the vampire general thread.
Not under rules.
I picked balanced. For anyone asking.
I picked jack of all trades.
I pick specialist.
Good.
Okay,
Got it covered.
so we're all doing
That's
something
right, that's what I
different.
want. All right, so Dylan, walk me through what you picked, or what some of your higher level ones were at least.
Yeah. So let's see. My top one is brawl.
Okay, that makes
so
sense. So
Yep,
that's
I got
4.
four
So
there.
you did specialist, or you said specialist, right?
Mhm.
So you did 4 in brawl. Let me read that real quick for the audience so they have a good idea of what 4 in
Show me your
brawl is
move.
the equivalent to. You either received Spetsnaz quality training, or you have spent decades of
What?
afterlife and fights.
That's
Yeah.
This
wild.
whole
So
book
you
is
are
so
crazy.
specific.
I love it.
And then obviously athletics to go along with that, and melee.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
Are 3, as well as an intimidation. Those are my 3s.
Okay. Let me look at intimidation. I'm curious what they say as a 3-level intimidation, just so we can kind of get a
I
vibe
think I
of
know
your character here.
how I'm going to use it, but yeah, maybe.
So your swagger and your cruel behavior have earned you your reputation.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. Cool.
Spetsnaz.
Spetsnaz training
Some
is
of the stuff
ridiculous.
this book says is hilarious. Like the way it words some things is just so funny to me. It's very informal and it's just fantastic.
Better luck next time.
Exactly. Cool. All right, Brendan, what do you got? What's your kind of your top area?
Well, I'm a DJ by night, a radio host, a personality, if you will. So my best skill is performance.
Performance. Okay. So that's a
Right.
3.
That's a 3.
So you can always. Oh wait, that's persuasion. 3. You are an expert student of your chosen performing art.
That's right.
Nice.
It's this velvety voice. I can make you believe anything.
Excellent. Nicholas, what are you thinking?
So I'm balanced. So I've got 3 that are my top 3. I've got leadership, persuasion, and firearms.
Okay, let's
Oh,
jump to
damn.
firearms. We haven't really had anyone do any firearms yet.
You're
so
probably a
far.
fucking Spetsnaz too.
I
So
actually
you said-
had Army Ranger training.
So 3 stars for firearms says you've been in
Sergeant
the
Soap
shit.
McTavish.
It says seen the elephant if you're older than a century and came out on the other side. You've seen the shit and came out on the other side. Okay, that's
Whatever
dope.
the fuck that means.
Yeah. What does seen the elephant mean? Am I that
I've
old?
done that in real life too.
Seen
I
the
don't know.
elephant if you're older than a century. I feel like that's a reference.
It must have been a really old saying.
Yeah.
Probably,
I'll tell
yeah,
you
it's a
what.
pretty old saying.
None of us are actually
a
100
century
years
old.
old.
That's fair. All right, Sarah, what are you thinking? Did you go the persuasion route, leadership route?
Going as a specialist, pick
Okay.
my
She
top.
picked Animalkin.
I picked my top as intimidation.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So is that
Ooh.
4 stars in intimidation?
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are the same as. Oh no, 4 stars in intimidation.
Yeah, I only have 3.
Yeah, let's see what that. Oh no, I scrolled way
It's
too far.
Worse than Spetsnaz.
Yeah.
Fucking prison
No,
warden
that's
at the
Brawl.
gulag.
Brawl
Yeah,
was
KGB.
Oh, okay.
intimidation. I should have.
What do I get for 1 in finance?
I will tell you.
$1.
Intimidation says you're far past mere physical threats.
Yeah, you're far past mere physical threats. That's awesome.
That's true. Boogie Boogie's like 10 feet tall.
1 in
that's still
finance
physical.
says you can run a business and keep books.
Good.
Good.
That's pretty much what my real life skill
Yeah,
is.
there you go. You got a 1. Okay. So the interesting thing here, is we get to add free specialties too. So the way specialties work is
Oh.
maybe you are like Brendan is what was the one that said your specific
I'm a DJ.
Yeah, but you had one that said like your specific art.
What?
It was performance. I think.
Performance. So you could
Performance.
potentially take a specialty in performance for DJing, and anytime you used something, you used your performance skill in a way that related directly to DJing, you would get to use 1 extra die. So that's kind of how specialties work. So the way these specialties work is you get to add free specialties, and if you don't have a point in these, you also get to add a point in these. So some of you might get to add an extra, or get to just add 1 up to these. It's kind of confusing, but add free specialties to academics, craft, performance, and science, and then also take 1 more free specialty. So it says
everybody gets those 4?
Yeah. It should say it at the bottom of that screenshot that I sent. So, my apologies. You are going to take a specialty in those, but you might not have a dot in them. But if the opportunity comes up where you could use those, and you have that specific specialty, then you can do that. So take a free specialty to academics, craft, performance, and science, and then take 1 more free specialty. So at the bottom of the list, if you have the book pulled up, it gives you some examples of what specialties might be, but they're also freeform, so you guys can kind of do whatever you want. So academics, you might take a specialty in, and this is kind of just because you guys are neonates. You've been around so long that you're just going to have a little bit of knowledge in these things. So some academic specialties might be architecture, English literature, history of art, journalism, philosophy, research, teaching, theology, or it might be like training of martial arts if you're Dylan, or it might be the art of DJing, or music theory, or something along those lines for academics.
Where are you seeing this at?
If you go through, if you find the skill, so find academics in the skills, and then at the very bottom, there's in bold, it says specialties, and then it lists like different specialties. But what Austin is saying is that it's a little bit up to you to decide what the specialties actually are. Like, those are just kind of options to give you ideas.
Maybe as we progress in your character, because right now we're still kind of focused on your human life. We haven't even really got into anything vampiric yet. So if you want to come back and do these later, that's also an option. Or they kind of allowed it on the GCP, and I kind of liked it myself. Maybe you don't know what your specialty is, but during play, you're like, actually, I kind of think my character would know a little bit about that. I want to make that my specialty in academics. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. I'm not going to be uptight about it. So your craft, and okay, so to add a specialty too, I guess I should show you guys how to do that on the character sheet. Really, I think you should just take a note of it, because I think it's going to be the easiest if you just click the little edit icon to the left of the skill. There's a thing that says specialties, and then you can add a new specialty. But I think you need to name it. Oh yeah, at the top, that's it. That's all you need to do. Where it says new specialty, that's where you'll type it in. So let's get to the point where everyone feels like they're comfortable with at least 1, and we'll walk through and make sure you know how to do it. Does everyone think they have at least some broad idea of what specialty they want to take in academics?
I'm trying to, where the hell is academics on here?
It is the first one under mental skills, page 168.
On the right column.
Oh, on the sheet, yeah, it's the top one on the far right.
God, it's so hard to find stuff. Okay.
168 on the actual PDF.
On the actual PDF. 170 if
you're... found it.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Craft will be another one. So let me find craft and get craft up and ready. And honestly, if you don't want to take a specialty in something, it doesn't, it's not going to bother me if you are a little bit less than what you could potentially be, but it's up to you guys.
If I'm already taking performance, do I kind of just take more in performance?
No, so you'll take a specialty in performance. So what kind of performance are you good at? So Brendan has performance 2, but I think he'll probably, and I don't know, end up taking a specialty in like DJing. Like that'll be his specialty in performance. So what kind of performance do you think you're going to be doing? Like what is something that your character would be doing often or having a specialty, which basically just gives you +1 die if you're doing something with your specialty would be useful. So for performance, some examples are like comedy, dance,
Playing the slots,
drama, drums, guitar, keyboard, poetry, public speaking, rap, singing, violin, wind instruments. Like you could have a specialty in any of those things.
Playing the slots.
So you put on a performance when you're playing the slots?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you would just click the little icon to the left of performance. Click on specialties. Click add new specialty, and then just write in slots.
And then the value is 1?
And the value is 1. Yep.
Okay. I added anatomy under my science.
Okay, cool. I like that. That's good. So again, you could get a free one in academics, craft, performance, and science, and then one more free one wherever you want.
Okay, so it's 1 in one of those 3, or 1 in each of those 3?
I read it says and, so I read it as you could do it in all of them, not or. So.
Okay.
So maybe some of them are.
I think you can add 5 specialties total.
Yeah.
There has to be 1 in each of those 4, and then 1 of your choice.
1 of your choice. So we've got maybe a cult leader, a brawler, a DJ. Nicholas, kind of what do you think the vibe is of your person?
Like, what did they do?
Yeah, like what do you, like if you had to put a title on yourself like I just did everyone else, do you have an idea?
No.
Okay. You're smart.
I have no idea who this person is.
Okay, that's fine. We will continue to get there. After this, we'll stop filling out dots for a little bit, and we'll get into some more of the kind of story elements of your character.
I mean, I'm very I'm a leader, and I'm good at persuading people. Very good at manipulating and very charismatic. Yeah. But I'm also a weapons expert, so I don't know.
Okay, you could be expert
how that all fits together.
1940, you might have been in the war,
Yeah, I guess I could have been an officer in the army or something.
Yep, 100%. Something worth noting too is kind of you guys all know each other. You're part of a coterie or a group. You all maybe hunt the same area or do work together in some way or another. But you guys are a coterie. We'll kind of get together and talk a little bit more about what that looks like. But that's something to keep in mind too. So if you hear that Sarah's character is maybe a cult leader and you're also persuasive, maybe you have something to do with that. Maybe you're a part of that in a deeper way. Maybe you guys need some muscle and you like to be hyped up by specific songs when you're out doing whatever. So there's some opportunities there for some intermingling.
That would be pretty cool if we were all part of the same cult and then we were generals in the cult.
Yeah.
And we all had our own specific role.
Yeah, no, 100%. It could be.
Everybody got a job.
How's everyone feeling about their specialties? Anything cool or unique that you think that you've added that could potentially come up?
Well, for craft I did munitions, and then for science I did demolition.
Okay, I like that.
I'm really leaning into the weapons.
Yeah,
I'm good with firearms. I'm a munitions and demolition expert.
Hell yeah.
That man is dangerous as hell.
Yeah, but I'm also
demolitions. You could roll that and be like, I could take down. I know how to take down that building. That's the demolitions part of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
it's funny because it's funny because my main attributes are charisma and manipulation, but if I can't manipulate you, I'm just gonna blow you up.
There you go.
Coax that building down.
There you go. I like it.
Real shit.
I don't know what voice I'm gonna do for this character yet.
Just Poe again.
I think I've decided.
It's just Poe. Hi! I'm here to blow shit up!
Sarah, what are you thinking about specialties? Is that making sense at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, yeah, I've got gambling for performance. I've got
Okay.
bugs for science. I've got
Okay.
sewing for craft. I'm trying to think of academics though.
Okay. I can scroll back up to academics and read off some of those again.
I'm definitely gonna have to come back to this one.
Yeah.
Just as I
absolutely.
figure out the character.
I'm like academics, like something where it's like about like stealing, like
Okay.
thievery, or I feel like that would
the art of theft.
yeah.
Let's see.
You know, those thieving academics.
There's skills to
College.
it, Brendan.
Architecture, English literature, history of art, history. You could do field or period, journalism, philosophy, research, teaching, theology. Those are the examples that they give, but it's up to you.
Well, so I added my specialties, but like when I go in and look at it, I don't see.
I don't know if they really matter that much. Like I think it's just marking it
it's
down
just
for
more
you.
so you can go back and check what it is. If you click on the edit button again and then click on specialties.
Okay, it is showing up.
You should see the name there.
I thought it wasn't for a second, so I was like, am I doing this wrong?
Yeah.
What's the study of holidays?
The study of holidays?
Holidays?
Or like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's anything.
Holidays are usually religious in nature, so theology.
Yeah, you could do theology, and then you could say like theology. If you want to just write down holidays, like we can remember what that is, if that comes up for some reason.
I know what a holiday is.
It is 3 days till Halloween too, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna put theology on there.
It's like 22 days till Halloween.
Not in the.
I also want you to know that I picked my performance specialization as comedy.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you sound really funny.
That's rude.
I just found out that these sunglasses are, in fact, what's it called?
I don't know.
Polarized, because I can turn sideways.
Ah, nice.
And everything goes black.
It'd just been funny if it allows me to turn sideways.
Well, they are not connected to my neck.
Okay.
Or my back.
We think we're ready to move on?
Yes.
At least for now. We can jump back later if we need to. All right, so the next thing up is we are going to pick 2 or 3 convictions. So convictions are human values that you're still attempting to uphold, even though you are no longer human, even though you've become a vampire at this point.
Where do convictions go?
Convictions are going to be under description. So you have your description tab at the top, and there's a box there called the touchstones and convictions. Okay. So we're going to do our convictions first, and then we'll choose an equal number of touchstones. I'm going to say that two convictions is probably good enough for this, so we don't have to get too into it. So again, the specifics of the convictions are kind of up to you guys. They might reflect a religious code, a personal ethic core, a vampiric path, or just things that the character does or balks at doing without ever really considering the philosophical weight. So things like, there's a bunch of examples. They start on page 172 in the PDF, or 174 in the PDF, 172 on the book. Thou shalt not kill. Maybe you're a vampire that refuses to feed so much that you kill someone, or kill only the unbelievers, or only in combat. Never expose children to violence. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Disobedience is dishonor. Thou shalt not torture. Slavery is evil. Obey authority. Stuff like that. So those are going to be your convictions. And just to give you a heads up of what we do next, you're going to pick touchstones. And so each vampire begins with as many touchstones as convictions. And your touchstones are basically humans who represent what you used to value in life. So someone who represents and seems to incarnate one of your convictions. So they're kind of the reason that you have these convictions. And some of them could be, I mean, they don't have to be good. They don't have to be, I mean, they're human values though. So they're probably going to be good, but they certainly don't have to be good. So this is kind of getting into kind of how your character acts in life, but again, it's kind of a human value that you had, and then once you became a vampire, you're still trying to hold to that.
So you said we're doing 3 touchstones and 3 convictions.
We'll do 2 and 2.
2. Okay.
2 touchstones, 2 convictions. So some examples of touchstones, just so you guys can kind of be thinking of it. Maybe thinking of a touchstone will help you pick your conviction. It might be your surviving human spouse or your surviving human parent, or maybe you had a child and that's one of your touchstones. Or maybe it's a human that looks exactly like someone that you loved in life, but you've never spoken to them. You just see them when you're out doing your thing. Or a human related to someone you killed very early in your unlife. Someone you swore you didn't have to kill because you aren't a monster. Not really. Someone who represents something you once held dear in life and still cling to. Hey, thanks for the follow. Magical mysticism. Mystic, excuse me. Jesus. Maybe it's a human that you admired in life, or their descendant, because maybe it's someone that, you know, isn't around anymore, but you are still can see their grandchildren or something like that. So touchstones provide links to and mechanical support for your humanity. So they very well could be people that we bring up in the story or that you interact with in the story. So 2 convictions, 2 touchstones. Again, those start on page 172.
Can you guys hear me typing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Just wondered.
Magical Mystic unfollowed and then refollowed. Thank you. Or at least the alert went off twice.
They said, actually, I didn't want you guys to know that.
Exactly, yeah. That could be too.
Why do they keep saying my name?
I didn't want to be perceived when I popped in. Which is valid.
A conviction could be, I only ever feed with consent. That could be tough. Or maybe I only ever feed on people who are asleep, so they never know about it. Or I attempt to do that.
Wow. Lucian has a code.
Exactly. What is your
Snitches
code?
get stitches.
Yeah.
Down with.
One other conviction that I got listed here is my country, right or wrong.
Down with the rich.
None may
They're
control
only out
me.
for themselves.
Never do drugs or drink alcohol. Rob
Oh,
from the
we're
rich.
gonna have
Eat on those who do.
plenty of drugs and alcohol.
Huh. Okay. I guess I've got one of mine.
Okay. What are you thinking?
So, be like protecting the fleas is the priority. So I guess like a group of fleas is called a swarm. So protect the swarm.
Okay. I like it.
It's gonna be. Where do you say we put this at?
So at the top, we were on stats to start with. So we're going to go all the way over to description. And then there is a text box called touchstones and convictions, which you can click into.
These are tabs on your character sheet.
Yeah, sorry.
To where?
So at the top of your character sheet, you see stats, disciplines, features, blood, description, like kind of below your health and willpower.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
So you go to description, and then there's a text box there that says touchstones and convictions. When you're done typing in there, the far right symbol is to save. The one that looks like a little download icon. Make sure you save those. So you have a humanity stat in this game. We'll all start at 7 humanity, which means that you're not insane. 10 humanity means that you are basically human. So 7 is pretty good. But if you break or do something that goes against your conviction, you could lose humanity. Because you're going farther and farther, letting the beast take more and more control.
How do we fill out the humanity thing?
The humanity should be...
If you click on it, it's a slash. If you click on it again, it's red.
Where is... let's see. Humanity is...
Under blood.
Yeah. I'm rolling humanity now.
Good luck.
Let's see.
All right, you work on that. I'll just keep looking.
Yeah, I just don't remember how it works on the character sheet.
Oh shit! Deleted my touchdowns and convictions.
Yeah, you gotta save those.
Ooh.
There's the little save icon. It's the last one in the toolbar. When you've clicked into there, you gotta click on that to save those. Who wants to share a conviction and a touchstone where they came from?
Yeah, my conviction is family.
Family.
Okay. And the touchstone, or like the kind of the person that
He's Vince Vaughn.
that's for.
Yeah, I imagine I have a mortal father somewhere.
Okay.
But I remember him vaguely, but it's been since I was a vampire that I've seen him or know about him.
Okay. Cool.
So, little
I'm
mission.
into it. Somebody else want to share their conviction, and then maybe a touchstone.
Are the touchstones supposed to be related to your convictions, or are they separate?
They're supposed to be related. So yeah, each vampire begins with as many touchstones as convictions. So those are the touchstones are humans who represent what you used to value in life. A touchstone must be a living. A touchstone must be a living human being connecting to humanity through the inhuman, is at very least going the long way around. Connecting to humanity through the inhuman is at very least going through the long way around. So touchstone provide link to mechanical support for your community. So yeah, the idea is that your touchstone is related to your conviction. Like you don't want to hurt children, you'll never hurt children because you have a child.
Yeah, that's not mine. But my other one is honor. So my guy won't like lie and stuff.
Okay.
And if he tells you he's gonna do something, he does it.
Okay.
That kind of shit.
Who's your touchstone for that?
Touchstone for that. It's got to be like a thing, like a person or
it's a person.
ideal.
So you gotta be like a living person. Like why does your character? Why does Kane hold on to that? Like why does he hold on to being honorable? Who's the human that's helping you fight the beast that's telling you that that's the thing to do?
Probably the person that made me rad as fuck. So like
it could be your sire, and they're supposed to be humans, but it could be a human someone that you thought was human, but it ended up being the person that sired you, that made you a vampire, made you the way that you are.
Mm-hmm.
You can think on it too. Come back to that. But they can be mechanical in the game. Like they can help you. Like your touchstone, you can get help from that person in certain situations, or go to them in times of need. For your humanity, Brand, I think we just make 7 red.
Okay. I just did 7 slashes.
10 is your max, and slashes mean that you are losing that. So we'll make that's the filled in red dots will be your max. So, but we'll get to that too. I think at some point. That's filling that.
Oh god damn it! I went to page because you're talking to me, so now I have to fill out my touchstones and convictions again.
You got them. What are they? Walk me through. What's old DJ boy thinking?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
I can do mine.
Yeah.
So my first one for convictions is love thy neighbor as thyself.
Okay.
My touchstone is I have a neighbor who took in my dog when I died. Or became a vampire, rather.
Okay, that's good. I like that. Perfect.
It's kind of a literal,
Love that neighbor.
Does it mean Nicholas?
yeah, love that neighbor. Love that neighbor because I love that neighbor. What they did.
I love that neighbor and that dog.
I like that.
And that
I
dog.
like that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
I'll pet that dog.
And then my second one is never expose children to harm, and the touchstone for that is I have a living niece in the city.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. I'm into it. Sarah Brendan?
My first conviction is that snitches get stitches.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And my touchstone is that I got a kid I call little brother hangs out at a street corner nearby radio station.
Okay. Okay. I'm into it.
I'm looking out for him.
So you're breaking that conviction would be like you snitching on someone.
Yeah,
Okay.
he reminds me of someone from my past.
Okay. Cool.
And the second conviction I have is what did it call it? Well, in the book it said steal from the rich and give to the poor, but I just wrote fuck the rich.
Okay.
And I think
Why?
that
What's your humanity reason for that?
Well, that's why I think that Lucian was turned by a rich person who owed a vampire money, and so I think he still hates. Like maybe I think not the sire. I think he doesn't blame the vampire for doing vampire things. He says fuck the rich because that's what got us into this problem. That's what got us into this situation.
Okay.
So I think there's like I know we're like 100 years old or whatever. So like I think there's probably like
yeah. Go ahead.
But like there's like so we'll say that there's a woman that runs the corporation now, but she is like directly descended from the person who fucked him over originally. Okay. So they're his touchstone.
Okay. I like it. Very cool. Does everyone feel like they have their 2 convictions and 2 touchstones, more or less? Like they have
their...
Cool. Okay, so now this is where we will make sure to set our humanity to 7. So at the top, make sure you've saved your touchstones convictions. At the top, click on blood. It should be with 1 to the left, and make the humanity have 7 filled in red squares. We'll start with 7 humanity.
It really sounded like Halloween when the music started. The piano.
I remember when I picked this one. I was just like... Okay, so once everyone has their 7 humanity, we are going to jump to our ambition and our desire. For this campaign, since we're just doing a short one, we don't necessarily need an ambition, but your ambition is kind of your long-term goal. What is your character trying to achieve long-term? An aspiration, if you still breathe, a life's dream, if you still had life, those sorts of things. Your desire is more of an immediate short-term wish, maybe for revenge, satisfaction, or satisfaction through revenge. So,
I'm thinking revenge is definitely my ambition.
Your ambition is to take down this entire corporation. That's a long-term goal because you know it's not something that you can do today. But maybe your desire is to be
take down
number 1 in the charts.
My Pillow Company.
That could be, yeah. So you could they don't have to relate to each other whatsoever. And again, if you don't think that you have an ambition or don't want to worry about an ambition, not a huge deal. We're probably, ambitions are really good if you're doing a very long-term campaign. You kind of slowly work towards things. You got it. You got something.
What's the lady on Shark Tank who owns the Home Shopping Network?
Oh, it's not Barbara. It's the other one.
Take down Lori.
Yeah, Lori.
It's the second one. Lori Greiner.
We're gonna get
take down Lori Greiner is my ambition.
Yep, that works. Maybe if you're
she seems like she would turn somebody into a vampire.
Your ambition is to go nationwide, like you want your cult to spread coast to coast. But maybe your desire is to get that one person to join you that always said that they wouldn't. Or it doesn't have to be related at all. Your desire could be, I want to own this club. You know?
My
So
desire is
ambition, long term, desire, short term. We'll
Also-
try to implement your desires into the campaign, and maybe we'll think about ambitions too. But your desire is your short term goal.
you know
I know
my
you-
desire.
You
Go
mentioned
ahead.
that we have a certain age.
So you guys are going to be neonates. So you'll get to decide, and we'll kind of talk about that when you were embraced, is what it's called. So you were born, or you were embraced between 1940 and a decade ago. So you have your age that you actually are, 100 plus years old, and you have the age that you were when you were bit, when you were embraced. So you might only look 25 years old, but you might be 125 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's like? So I've got this storyline in my head. I don't know if it makes sense with that,
Okay,
but
yeah.
So
What you
like,
thinking?
I'm thinking of these fleas originating with this vampiric blood, like bubonic plague sort of time frame.
Okay.
And so, like, that would be like the 1300s, I guess, theoretically.
Yeah, you probably can't do that.
I
because
can't.
Then
Okay.
you would be like the highest tier vampires were like between 1780 and 1940.
Okay.
Like yeah, so vampires have not been around that long.
Well,
but it
But
could be a
what-
different kind of plague. Like it could be
But-
something like that.
I'm just thinking, like, not even necessarily the fleas themselves, but like maybe like the blood they've held on to has just been that old, and so theoretically tainted with like
Sure.
Yersinia, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So what's your ambition or your desire in that regard then?
You need to think about it.
Okay. Dylan, you got ambitions or desires?
yeah.
What you thinking?
I'm going to try and find and turn my father so that he can share in immortality with me.
Okay. And that's probably a desire, right? Or that could be an ambition. Maybe you've been looking for a long time.
Yeah, because I was close with him whenever I was in life,
Okay.
but since I've turned,
So your
that's-
ambition is to embrace your father. Okay. And what's maybe a short-term desire?
become powerful.
Okay. Let's swap those actually. I think that become powerful is more of a long-term ambition.
Oh,
I
because you
think.
can only become powerful with family.
Exactly. You need
That goes
the
back to my
short-term
touchdown.
goal of finding your dad to be
In order to
the
become more
desire.
powerful.
Yeah,
Welcome to the family.
exactly. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
I'm into it.
What did he
Oh
say?
no. It was a quote from something almost guaranteed though.
Yeah.
You said welcome to the family, just like the guy does in Resident Evil 7. So
Yeah,
it's like,
Jack Baker.
Ethan Winters.
But we couldn't tell what you said.
All right, does everyone feel like they have some sort of ambition or some sort of desire or both?
Yeah, I said my ambition is to eliminate all threats in the city.
Well,
That is a good ambition. That's a long-term.
And then my current desire is to like recruit a following.
Okay.
So like bring people into my cause.
Okay. I'm into it. Cool. Okay. Up next, this will take a little bit of communication. So, oh, it's blood.
When you were bringing it into the camera, it looked like a fake gun for some reason.
Listen up, everybody! Put your hands on the ground! No, I tried to find. This is literally the only red that we have is one left over from our wedding. We have like 11 bottles of white wine.
I'll have to get like a dark red wine
Wait, will you admit that
this
again?
weekend while I'm shopping.
Wait, what does he have to admit again?
That's the only bottle of wine that they have left from their wedding.
No, not that. I was like, we've drank almost all of our red wine, and he's like, that's not true. We only have red wine.
I mean, okay, both could be true, I guess. You could only have red wine, but okay, that's funny.
You said that I really like red wine, and I'm like, that's not true. And you're like, well,
we're not going to talk about this right now. There are more important things.
Like our Chronicle tenants.
This is not a parking lot; it's a play place.
So
it's not a parking lot.
Oh my God.
Who's just Joe?
So your Chronicle tenants is something that your guys' coterie, your group together, has kind of agreed upon. It's almost like a set of convictions that you all follow together when you are doing whatever it may be. So Chronicle tenets apply to all characters in a Chronicle, even if the character doesn't hold this belief personally. So there's some examples of kind of like a set of Chronicle tenets that you guys could take. So like humanist, like if you guys were a very humanist group, it could be thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not rape or torture, thou shalt not harm the innocent. Or if you guys want to take the creed of justice, it could be never kill the innocent, be your own, never submit, and without a cause you are nothing. Or Gothic/romantic is never deny true love, the guilty should suffer, and uphold the norms of decent society. Or street code, never snitch, respect others and demand respect, and don't kill outsiders. So
I personally love street code.
Yeah. So, for an example, Kareem and friends are setting up a Chronicle, which is kind of like a campaign, and have agreed to aim for what they call Nordic Gothic, very true to life, and placing degeneration and morality in focus. They have agreed upon do not harm, act like a person, not a beast, and never gaze into the abyss. Having spent some time on coming up with these, they have agreed that do no harm includes killing and maiming, but also gross violations of other integrities, such as turning them into slaves or bending humans to your will through unnatural means. So it's kind of like a little bit of a conversation that you guys have agreed, a couple things that you've agreed to in person, and maybe it's a combination of your convictions, but it also means it's kind of other convictions that you guys have agreed to follow as a group. Does that make sense? And it's gonna require a little bit of getting into character and kind of nice drink and deciding kind of what things you guys want to agree upon.
Is that blood?
Nice.
Blood.
Did you hear what I said my desire was?
I don't think so.
My conviction is obviously to take down Laurie Grimer.
Your ambition.
I know. I just wanted to say that again.
What do you say desire is again? I don't know if I understand the difference
Desire
in
is
that.
your short-term goal. Ambition is your long-term goal. Basically.
My desire is to get a bite to eat.
Okay, so your desire is to not ever be hungry. It's interesting.
Oh, no, I said to get a bite to eat.
I know
it's
what
funny.
you said, yeah.
Okay, 3Dog.
Hey, public radio and NCR's favorite network. I guess Alorna and Josh are here too now. I can't see them though.
What do you guys
can they see me?
Here to watch Vampire Daddy and the very, very occasional comedic commentary.
I like it. That's good. Oh, he's got the cigar out again.
Hey,
So anyway, we're deciding our Chronicle tenant.
Chronicle tenants. So what do you guys think you want to agree? I would say probably 3. It seems to be like the most common example, like 3 basically convictions, but they're things that you guys have decided as a group that you are going to follow.
I may have accidentally taken the Chronicle tenets to be my convictions.
Okay.
I didn't know those were 2 separate things.
But we can take some of yours, and there could be overlap, though. So
yeah, you could do whatever you want.
Exactly, it's a game.
I don't
this
think I'm
could
in
be-
charge here.
Yeah, who's the cult leader here?
I will let
maybe you
Oogie
guys
Mine.
want
Boogie.
to have like a who's like the kind of runs the
It's not
coterie.
me.
Yeah, we need a face.
Who
I'm
runs
not
the
in
world?
charge.
Girls.
So
From
Sarah
this
is your
mother-
leader.
I feel like I would be like the face of the group, though.
Yeah.
Sarah might be leading it, but
Maybe
Yeah.
an
Unfortunately, we need.
officer.
Yeah, Fleabag, I think, wants to be like behind the scenes, but like,
Fleabag, I
Watch
love
them.
it. I know exactly what clan you should be part of too. I'm so excited to explain it.
but yeah, I don't think Fleabag wants to be like the face. So Nicholas could be the face, and I could be like, I want to be like the puppeteer.
Dawn.
Okay, I like it. So there's 4 examples again. There's like the humanists, creative justice, gothic romantic, street code. Kind of talk it out. What do you guys think? Did we lose a camera? We did lose a camera. It was Brendan.
oh my god, he died.
Died.
It was the cigar smoke.
I'll be real honest. I thought I just spilled wine all over the floors.
I appreciate the dedication to stay speaking as Lucian. Like, did that.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
It might be beneficial for.
Did one of our group leaders decide on one of those things you were asking
Well,
us?
it could also have to do with the genre of the adventure that we're playing. So again,
I've got
you
one.
guys are under the impression that there is a unregistered kindred who is going to reveal the masquerade to the world, or at
wait
least
a
to
minute.
Kansas City, and you guys are working against them, working to stop them. That's kind of
This
the idea
sounds
of the short story.
Familiar.
One of our chronicles should be "There's no I in team."
That would work.
Yeah, we always work together.
Always work together. Don't go
That-
out on
hey,
your
that-
own and do shit by yourself. I mean, that's
Mhm.
good actually.
There's no I in team. One for all for one,
And
Hip hip
family.
hooray.
and family.
So you guys should all write that down.
Dylan, please change your
Vin.
yeah.
Our vampire coterie is in fact
Fast and Furious.
Fast and
Furious.
Furious.
Yeah.
Just the plot of Fast and Furious. What? Can we
Vampires.
repeat what they are?
I think at least one I think was really good. There's no I in team.
Mhm.
I think that there's no I in team is probably too close to family to have family alone be a chronicle tenant, but it's the same
Family.
idea. It's good. You can
But
also
we need-
just write
we-
family.
We need family in italics, though.
The
Yeah,
blood of
maybe
the covenant
parentheses, there's
is
no I in
thicker.
team. Family.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the blood of the womb.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. If
That's
you
the
want to do
same
that.
thing.
I was going to say that's the exact same thing.
That's it, because there's
It
no I in
is.
team is like your guys' thing, but Dylan's whole thing is
Oh.
to find his father,
Right, find his family.
and so that would
But
be.
that's not as important
Like
as
if he
our
put his
family.
father above you guys in a situation, that would be
Right, we
him
could
breaking
kill
a
him.
chronicle tenant.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
And I
Brendan-
guess I'm trying to eliminate all the threats in the city because I still have a niece and a dog
So
that could be targeted.
So that
Yeah. Nicholas is John Wick.
one
God
of them
help
could
us.
be-
Yeah.
God help us if Growly gets injured.
I will kill you.
Brendan, is yours something sweet too? Because mine's not sweet.
I'm sorry, what?
Like your whatever. Ambition.
I said
No,
my
his
ambition,
ambition-
is to take down law and crime.
He wants to kill QVC
Josh got
lady.
here too. I want to kill the
Okay.
QVC lady.
Say, my ambition is population control, so
Oh my god.
Same difference.
Okay.
Okay, so you two want to kill people, and me and Dylan just want to find our families and
Sarah,
protect
there's
them.
nothing in your convictions that would go against population control, right?
my ambitions are, you said in my ambitions or my chronicles?
Your conviction. Like the rules that you fought. Population control in my head sounds like you're gonna be killing a lot of people.
Oh my
That's-
gosh.
Making sure.
Where was that at?
If you didn't
Should be
save
right
it, it's
below it.
gone.
Austin, you're assuming there's an overpopulation
my-
problem. Could be underpopulated.
My convictions are protect the swarm and none may control me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So then your Chronicle tenets are going to be really interesting then, because I feel like there's
Sarah's
some clashing
basically
ideas.
Spirit, Stallion of the West.
Exactly.
Or she's
There you
Oogie
go.
Boogie.
Yeah, I'm basically a flea vampire version of Oogie Boogie.
You could do one that might work with some of you, especially
wears the
depending on
burlap
what your version of innocent it is never kill the innocent.
I think there's probably some innocent harmed in the making of this film.
I feel like killing Lori Greiner is already.
But she's not
she
innocent.
is not innocent.
Maybe she's not innocent, right? Like if you
She knows what she did.
might have a twisted view on what innocence means.
She's
Like,
gonna
she
find
not
this
believe in it.
stream and she's gonna sue
She's not gonna
us.
find this stream. There's no way the QVC lady watches vampire streams.
I don't know if we say her name enough, it might pop
It
up
might-
in her.
Yeah, she's gonna
Google
summon.
alert.
Yeah,
Like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Lori Greiner. Lori Greiner.
Red rum.
Lori Greiner.
There is something behind Nicholas. I don't know if anybody else has been able to see that.
Oh my god, I thought I just did. The reflection
Frames.
on your armrest
It's his chair.
looked like eyes
That's
for a
what's-
second in the
Yeah.
back.
That's what's
Mhm.
behind him.
I thought about yesterday, like just standing in the doorway or like crawling in and popping up.
Been good, yeah.
I like getting a cardboard cutout that looks like a murderer and putting it behind you.
All right, we are at 6 out of 11 steps here. Let's get these Chronicle tenets.
Wow.
Wait,
Austin
so-
is cracking a whip.
So we finished them?
No,
I thought we
No.
no, we're at 6 out of 11 steps on character creation.
I know, but I thought we finished the Chronicle tenets, which is
So
there's
one
no
of them is there's no I in team. What are
Austin
the other
didn't
ones?
like him.
Well, you guys do what you want. But I'm just saying, if you choose family, that might come into play later. That might be something that some of you have a hard time abiding by, which is fun for the game. But
Abiding by. I like the way you said that.
thank you.
How about respect others and demand respect? I feel like that
Oh, I
fits
love
every
that.
every single one of our characters.
That gives
Absolutely.
my honor. Yeah.
Okay, write that down. Respect others and demand respect.
I think you should all obey the Scout law.
Obey scout law. Could do that.
I didn't even think about playing as my Boy Scout leader character.
Here's one that's not like never kill the innocent. This one's kind of close though. The guilty should suffer.
But that
I'm
so I
also
am
all about that.
on the fence where I'm like Thanos, where it's like
It's up to your definition of guilty, right? Like who is guilty?
yeah.
You're guilty for being born? Like that's a little fucked up. Remember, Sarah, we had a mature
I'm
content warning
guilty
at the
of being
beginning?
hungry.
This game is about
I know.
monsters, but it doesn't give you the right to be a monster.
I told them I'm not a pioneer, but I will be fucked up.
Good.
We
I'm into
have
it.
to step into the shoes of our monsters to understand them.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what this
Why I'm
game
wearing
is
this shirt.
about.
Yeah, that's what I do it.
If I spill
I'm
wine
just
on the
saying,
shirt,
if I'm like Thanos and like obliterate half the population, I don't think protecting the innocent is really what I'm going for there.
But
not say protect the innocent.
It
we're not
says
protecting
the
the
guilty
innocent.
should suffer.
We said the guilty should pay.
I do want people to pay.
I think that's it.
I'm good.
What was
I'm
the
good
first
with
one?
the guilty should suffer.
Guilty should suffer. There's
What was
no
the first
I in
one?
team.
I didn't write it down.
We have
No
no
I
I
in
in team, respect others and demand respect, and then we're talking about the third one
Alright.
now.
The guilty
Let's
should
go.
suffer.
Let's go. it.
I'm good
We're
with
done.
guilty should suffer.
And
We
just
should
make
move
sure you hit
forward.
your save button.
I wanna. Oh shit.
You want to shit?
I want to.
No.
Oh shit.
I said oh shit. Oh shit.
Why is cop? All right. We're finally
Take
getting
down.
in. So far, we've been mostly human at this point. There's not been a lot of vampire stuff going on. We're getting
I
into the
disagree
vampire
completely.
shit now.
I'm made
So-
of bugs.
I'm made of bugs. Okay. Got it. So, we're getting into
Sarah
the
has a
clans.
different game in mind.
The clans are the first big vampire thing that's going to happen to you. You are the clan of the person who sired you. So that's something to consider.
Interesting.
Each
We are?
clan has 3 disciplines listed out after a brief description. So the clans, it's a big, huge section of the book. Starts on page 65 for clans. 65 in the PDF, 63 on the actual document itself. However, there are quick summaries about them as well in the character fundamental, character creation section. I have written all of those down. Let me briefly go through these high-level descriptions, and then you guys will get to pick what clan you are a part of. You don't have to be part of the same clan to be part of the same coterie, just so we're clear.
Point of order.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying I shouldn't pick a clan based on what my character is. I should pick it based on who made him
No.
a vampire.
I would pick it based on who your character is, and then make that. I would work from your character up, but you don't have
I
to.
think I would be a Bruja.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm seeking vengeance against the aristocracy, so that would be like.
So you will also pick. Oh, you know what? I don't really need the reigning church music right now.
I would love some reigning church music.
You will
Yeah,
pick
no
a
one ever
predator
knows.
type next, and that's more about how you feed. That's more of your class, but this is kind of like half of your class essentially. So let me
Alright,
read
I'll
through the
stick with
different
Bruja
clans.
I'm also
And-
getting that tattoo on my chest, Bruja.
Bruja? Okay. There's a cool symbol
just
for him.
across my whole chest. I know.
It's the anarchy
I
symbol,
just
but
said.
like upside down. It's like an upside
Yeah.
down anarchy symbol.
My
So-
name's Petunia Tabernacle.
Bruja is the rabble rebel against power and rage against tyranny.
Bruja.
The Gangrel is the feral outlanders. Outlanders blend vampire and beast. The Malkavian, which is a really fun one, is the madness of the lunatics conceal and reveal truths. The Nosferatu, which I think is what Sarah is based on her character, is the hideous sewer rats that hide their disfigured forms in the darkness from whence they gather secrets.
I
Oh,
will
yeah,
not
that's
forget what
definitely
Austin just said.
Sarah's character?
I
Sorry.
Man-
think Sarah is a sewer rat, a disgusting creature.
Toreador is the degenerates. The degenerates seek thrills of art, romance, and cruelty amidst stagnant undeath. The Tremere are broken by a new inquisition. The once mighty warlocks seek to restore their monopoly on sorcerer's power. The Venture are aristocrat blue bloods enforce the traditions and the masquerade on the lesser breeds. Caitiff is the clanless. They show no common traits except to find themselves outcast by vampires of distinct lineage. There's technically also the thin-blooded, but none of you guys are playing thin-blooded because we're playing neonates, so no one's a thin-blood. So, they are the Bruja, the Gangrel, the Malkavian, the Nosferatu, the Toreador, the Tremere, the Venture, and the Caitiff. The only person that I'm like, I got a pretty... Like, the Nosferatu have... Like, they look fucked up. Like, when they became vampires, they had some sort of disfigurement or something happened to them that they kind of even struggle to, like, go out. They have, like, a Nosferatu-esque look. Let's see. Brendan...
My Discord avatar is Nosferatu.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I would think each of you guys is, but you can obviously play whatever you want. Toreador is kind of fancy. I don't really think any of you guys are like the fancy artistic type.
I already said Bruja for mine.
Bruja? Okay, so you're going to be the rebel, or the rebel. Okay.
I think that matches everything I've said about Lucian so
I love it.
far.
Yep. So I should just be at the very top of your sheets. You can type
wrote it
Bruja.
down.
And each clan has 3 disciplines. So the Bruja, your disciplines, which you can go second tab, add a discipline, is going to be celerity, potence, and presence.
Hell yeah, brother.
Okay, cool.
I'm potent as fuck.
Does anyone think that their character is mad in the head? They're kind of crazy. Maybe they had some sort of strong mental disorder before they succumbed to the embrace, and that's carried through. Okay.
Austin, will you put those clans in the vampire general or something?
Yes, I will do the brief description of them and put them in one moment.
Would you like a wiki page?
Just spelling. I just want to spell it right, is all.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand. Let me throw you guys to here, and then come back to here. Oh, that works too. I think that might have some extra clans that aren't in the main book, though.
will.
Oh no, where did I? Okay. Oh well. I don't.
I'm going third party with this son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play a werewolf.
Nice.
See, like
If we were doing a
Austin
long-term
brought-
campaign, maybe I do have the full Werewolf the Apocalypse rulebook now, so I think maybe next Halloween we do play werewolf. Would be pretty fun.
I didn't realize that there's so much more than that too. You can play ghosts, and you can play like zombies, and there's a whole other thing for all of these different there's like a
It's
separate
super
book
cool.
for like each creature that you could be, and I'm just like,
Yeah, all that stuff exists in this world, in
Yep.
this reality.
It's the
all
World of
that kind
Darkness is the universe that we're playing in. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade within the World of Darkness.
I feel like my character is either a Tremere or a Ventru.
I would agree.
Oh, Venture? Okay.
Yeah, however that's
The Aristocrat
pronounced.
Blue Buds. Okay. Yeah, let me go to the Venture and read like their very beginning. Like, who are they? Clan Venture.
I've got it.
Oh, you've got it up? Okay. I'm going to read for the
Yeah, I
stream.
got it up.
Clan Venture has long been the leaders of the Camarilla. So the Camarilla is they're the high council.
Volturi.
They're the ones that run the shit.
Volturi.
What?
If you watch the Twilight
Making
movies,
a
they're called the
Twilight
Volturi.
reference.
Yeah, I didn't watch Twilight. Sorry.
That's exactly the same thing though. They run the vampire world.
Yeah, they are. So that's who the Venture are. So.
Cheers, friends.
Sarah, I think Nosferatu. Dylan, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
So,
Maybe
what do you think
the,
your person does like day to day? Like, you're the strong guy, or are you like just a bouncer? Do you just use your strength, or what do you?
contractor.
Go ahead.
I'm a contractor.
Like a contract killer, or like a contractor,
No.
like construction work.
No, I get things done.
Okay, so you're like, what's the movie?
I'm capable.
God, what's the one? The Equalizer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be the equalizer. Yeah.
Okay. That it's feeling. Are you the equalizer and you follow Camarilla rule, or are you more?
Yeah, because I'm like honor based. So maybe like one of the.
So you could be Venture
was
too.
it
You
the
guys could both be Venture.
Venture?
Different
Yeah.
kinds of Venture, but you guys could both be Venture. There's nothing wrong with that. So one Bruja, two Venture, and Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm trying to decide if that's what I really want or not.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do our predator types, and maybe your predator type will convince you to choose a different clan.
Fair.
So predator types are basically like your class. Predator types are how you feed. How you decide you want to kill people is basically what predator types are. They're predator styles. So let me read through these, and then I will post a brief description of them in the chat. Actually, I'll post the brief description and then read it. But there's also a bunch more details on them in the book too. But this is them at least at a high level, so you guys can see how they're spelled and stuff like that. So there is the alley cat, which you take blood by force or threat. There's the bagger, so you acquire preserved or dead blood rather than hunt the living. There's blood leech, you feed from other vampires. There's the cleaver, you take blood covertly from your mortal family or friends. There's the consensualist, so you only take blood with consent. There's the farmer, where you feed on animals. There's the Osiris, which is an object of devotion you feed from your cult, church, or fans. There's the Sandman, you feed from sleeping victims, often breaking into homes. There's the Scene Queen, you feed from a subculture or exclusive group in which you enjoy high status. Or there's the Siren, you feed by seduction under the guise of sex.
Oh, we don't have the trapdoor.
What's Trapdoor? Is that another one from a extended book, maybe?
Maybe. It says trapdoor. Much like the spider, this vampire builds a nest and lures their prey inside.
We don't, but if that's something that you're super interested in, go for it, and I could look up the rules and stuff for it.
Okay.
I think I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to do the blood leech. I want to feed on other vampires.
Same.
Blood leech. Blood leech is
I heard that's how
it's a
you
lot.
like skip generations. That's how you get like the most powerful.
Well, so it's super, super, super not okay and not honorable to feed on other vampires. So that might.
Yeah, it goes against like part of who I am, but it's also like who I am.
Yeah.
Where
No,
I wanna
It's just
be.
like the Camarilla doesn't really like it. So it would you can.
Well, I would get consent. It's not like I'm like doing it and like
Okay.
killing other vampires. I'm like,
Okay. So, but you drink the blood from other vampires either by hunting, coercion, or by taking blood as payment. The
Yeah,
only
see?
truly moral way of feeding you can think of. Unfortunately,
for
this
other
practice
vampires.
is usually forbidden in kindred society. It is either risky as all fuck or requires a position of inviolable power.
yeah. No,
So-
I'm doing that.
You only so the thing that you're talking about, how you like skip generations, that only happens if you fully drain a vampire.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, and that can get kind of crazy. But if you're gonna be a blood leech, I will definitely look into the rules for it.
Cool.
Yeah, the magical mystic in the chat. That's what it's called. Diablerie. It is dangerous.
Diablerie.
It is a lot of. There's a whole big old section on it. That's cool though. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah, if you're wanting to do that too, you could be like my in the cult, and
You
like
guys
you're
could
fine
just
with it too.
Suck each other. Never mind. Stop.
No, but like the taboo nature.
Tell
of it.
Austin. Time will tell.
They were found sucking each other off in the alley, and not in the way you would think.
Nasty, flea-ridden Nosferatu and just a hulking man. Okay, so
Yeah, dishonorable is the name of my game, so I'm
Cool.
definitely doing the blood leech.
all right.
I'm
so for
surprised
Blood
nobody's
Leech-
playing Pat McGrath.
Okay, let me
I don't
let me
know
walk you
what
guys
that-
through the things you need to do for Blood Leech, and I will then we can jump up to the other two of you. So for Blood Leech, you're gonna go back to your stats and add a specialty to your Brawl or Stealth, both against Kindred. So you can be specifically good against fighting vampires, or you can be specifically stealthy against vampires. So add a specialty to either Brawl or Stealth against Kindred.
Bra.
Brah.
I got a specialty in bra. I don't think anybody's picked sexy vampires, so we're saving those for Lorna and Josh.
Exactly.
I think I'm sexy.
I'm the sexiest vampire.
There we go.
Ah!
Ah!
Voice from nowhere.
What was it that I was adding?
So you're going to add a
specialty.
specialty to either Brawl or Stealth, and the specialty is
Brawl.
just Kindred. So you are
Okay.
better at fighting against Kindred, for example.
And that's just another word for vampire.
Mm-hmm. The Kindred are the embraced.
Which means vampire.
Which means vampire. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, aren't we all like
Players,
descendants of Cain? Is that the origins?
It's you don't. No one knows for sure, but like yes, that's like the
Embrace
widely
that.
accepted
Sounds cool.
thing.
Someone knows for sure. His name was Abel. Didn't make it though.
Let me see.
It's too bad. I like that kid.
Yeah, he rocked.
He rocked.
Yeah, Brock.
He had a hard head.
Okay,
Aaron.
so next up for the
Wait.
blood leeches. You get it?
So I just get one more on Brawl, right? That's
No,
what.
you're at a specialty, so you click the little icon next to Brawl,
Uh huh.
and then do specialties, add new specialty, and then where it says new specialty at the top, you'll type in Kindred, and then click add.
Now go.
Cool. All right. So next up, you guys will gain. So these are like your kind of like your powers. So if you go to disciplines, you'll gain one discipline or 1 dot of discipline in either God, how do you say it again? Celerity.
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 I don't
Or
have that.
protean. So let me tell you what those are. So celery. Jesus Christ. Celery. We're just gonna call it celery.
Celerity.
Celery.
Celerity is the ability to strike fast, dodge blows, and escape pursuers. Oh, the ability to strike fast, dodge blows, and escape pursuers allows Kindred to become extremely effective predators. Celery enables vampires to move faster. I'm imagining the MacGruber scene. Enables vampires to move faster than any natural creature, though it does more than great supernatural speed. With vampires employed, it actually appears to think almost as fast as they act. So, super speed. Or you could take a point in protean, which is...
Wait, where did these go?
These will be in disciplines.
Do I just add it if I don't have it already?
But you will get some based on what clan you pick. So I'm doing the
type of feeder.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Or you could do protean, and protean is werewolves despise vampires for their possession of this ability. They consider it a mockery of their own nature, as undead beings become wolves or bats, bearing claws and gnashing fangs like one of their own. Yet protean has flowed through the blood for almost as long as Kindred have existed. The power to mutate, shift form, and become ever deadlier predators is as natural to the vampire as it is to the lupine. So it's
they're either super speed or shape shifting.
Yeah. At level 1, the vampire can will a supernatural red gleam into their eyes, giving them sight even in total absence of light. So you get 1 dot in protean or 1 dot in celerity. Got it. I'm gonna get it eventually.
And celery is super speed.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
I feel like celery aligns with Oogie Boogie more, but like the ability to shapeshift as a bag of fleas makes more sense.
I agree.
I pick celery.
You pick celery?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do protean then. Fuck it.
Okay. Next up for you guys, you lose a dot of humanity.
Sure.
You're gonna start at humanity 6.
I'm a bag of bugs.
So you're gonna go to blood and completely mark out, so you only have 6 humanity. You're not taking a stain. You are losing 1 dot of humanity.
Wait, so we mark them out?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so you'd only have 6 filled in dots.
We'll be fine.
And I have 4 white dots.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
All of your guys's, I guess I haven't said this yet, but we're messing with them now. Everyone should be at, God bless it, it's blood potency 1. Yeah, everyone should be at blood potency 1, which is also under the blood. But you guys will actually increase your blood potency by 1. So you'll be at blood potency 2, which is actually kind of nuts. I did not know that you could just take blood leech and do that.
Are we at 1 by default?
1 by default.
It's like it's got an X on it already. Like is that 1 or is that 0?
The X is just to clear out that row. Like you can press the X to get rid of it all at once.
I can't press the X again. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
dots in there, then you can use that.
It is not the first dot. The X isn't.
It is an X button.
It is
something. But that also ups my bane severity. Okay.
It does, yeah. So you're gonna lose a dot of humanity, increase your blood potency by 1. Gain the dark secret flaw. Let's see, where do flaws go?
Flaws go under features.
So if you go to features, click add. Features at the top. Go to flaw, click new flaw.
I've got
and
so
then
many.
The edit button. You're just going to type in the dark secret flaw, Diablerist, or shunned. Diablerist means that you've Jesus wept. Okay.
Diablerist.
That's where you have actually completely drained a vampire before. I think that is what Diablerist is. Or the shunned flaw. And 2 dots in both of them.
When you click add on flaw, something's supposed to happen?
Yeah, it should say like new flaw underneath the word flaw.
Nothing's populating. I don't know if I have bad internet or what, but
Uh,
It's true. It's not working for me either.
It worked for me.
yeah, it's working on my sheet right now. I'm not sure.
I haven't tried because I
Try going to a
can't.
different tab and coming back, Sarah.
We rock. We rock. We rock. It
Let me
didn't
just
work.
copy this thing for your blood leech.
We rock on.
I tried to help.
I've had
I'm
2 of my
going to-
VODs get flagged because I sang in them.
R.I.P.
All right, I am going to post this, what you guys need to do for your character here, and move on to the other guys, and then come back to you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So there's your
Rock on.
and the vampire general. There is the blood leech information.
Yep.
I will come back to make sure that we all get there. But all right, Brendan
Diablo.
and or Nicholas, what are you thinking is your predator type?
What the fuck are you thinking?
The fuck are you thinking? So I did change my clan, or I did confirm that my clan is going to be the Venture.
Venture. Okay, cool.
But my predator type is going to be Bagger.
Bagger. Okay. Okay.
It's
How do you
from
think-
eating MREs all those years.
So yeah, how do you think you go about getting your bags? Do you have a story behind that, or like an idea at least? If you don't, I would be thinking of one.
He's got
I
bags,
think-
all right.
I think I have connections to the hospitals.
Oh wait, you said you're Venture?
Yeah.
You cannot be a bagger if you're Venture.
Oh.
Venture. It's the last sentence in Bagger. Venture may not pick this predator type. It's really tough to be a bagger. Only like low-level vampires could be it, because as soon as the blood leaves the body, it immediately starts to lose its power. So it's really hard to be a bagger as a neonate.
Okay, I'm gonna find a different predator type then.
Okay. Brendan, what are you thinking?
I think it's called Ventru, not Venture.
That's what I think too. That's why I was confused.
The show that I watched, they called it Venture. That's what I mean. It's either way.
All right. But
You know what I'm talking about, right?
it's spelled Ventru.
Okay.
But I'm going. Like I said, if you're okay with it, I'm going to be a trapdoor.
Okay. Send me like the screenshot for that, or just any info. Do you have like the list of things that you need to do for trapdoor?
I've already got it filled out on my sheet.
Awesome.
Can I be a farmer?
Magical Mystic says Venture have very specific feeding preferences. Super picky eaters.
Oh no.
A farmer? Is that a...
Farmer is the ones that eat animals.
Yeah.
You can, I think. Yep, you cannot pick this predator type if your blood potency is 3 or higher, so you can do that. Oh wait, nope. Last sentence. Venture may not pick this predator type.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You really got to feed on
Maybe you don't
people
want to
if
be.
you're Venture. Or
So maybe you don't want to be.
But Venture are like, they're those guys. They're the purists. Consensualists is
Slytherins.
probably the next closest thing. If you wanted to feed on
Well,
vampires, you wanted to feed on
let's-
farmers.
I'll be a siren.
Siren. All right, we're fucking. I like it. I hoped somebody would pick Siren.
It makes
Austin, do you
sense.
want me to
for
go?
me.
Over what I got for being a trapdoor.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Trapdoor, it says I get one specialty. I get to choose either persuasion marketing or stealth. I get to choose ambushes or traps. So I'm absolutely choosing ambushes.
Okay. So
We're
stealth.
gonna ambush
specialty,
people.
Or ambush and stealth. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then I get one dot in either protean or obfuscate. I chose
Okay.
obfuscate. I'm
Okay.
gonna increase the veil here
Yeah.
with my music. And then I get a dot of haven, so I have a place to live. I have a place to stay.
Okay.
And then I get to choose if I want to do a dot in retainers or herd. So I've got herd.
Okay.
So I've got some people following me around that I've already fed on before.
Some people you really like your music, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh. And then I get to choose. I have to pick a flaw for my haven though. It either has to be creepy or haunted. So it's a haunted.
You
I have
stay
a
in a haunted
haunted.
house.
I have a
Okay.
haunted night
Which
radio
maybe
show.
makes it harder for you to lure people to your house. So you have to do it somewhere
It's
else, maybe.
the creepy flaw would haunted means that it literally just says supernatural shit happens there. So I'm
Cool.
just like, you're gonna have more fun with that
Yeah.
if we go back to a clubhouse or something, and it's just fucking like,
it's just
all
the
the
ghosts.
plates are like floating off the walls, and I'm just like, I don't know what it's done that since
It
I
just
moved
does
in.
that, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Do you see your stuff that you have to do for Siren, Nicholas?
Yeah, so I added a specialty for persuasion for seduction. It says gain 1 dot of fortitude or presence. Where is that
So
at?
those are going to be disciplines, I believe.
They're probably actually merits.
Oh, merits.
They could be something else. I don't
What
know.
tab is
What'd
that
you call it,
under?
Nicholas?
Fortitude or presence?
Not a fortitude. Let's just.
You're right. Fortitude's a discipline.
I would assume that presence is too
Uh-huh.
then.
Yep, they both are. So you can go, all of those start, if you want to know more about them, they're in the disciplines section. And that starts on page 243. You can also use the bookmarks in the PDF if you have that. It makes it super easy to jump around to things. So fortitude is going to be, grants the ability to resist physical and mental assault. And presence is used to attract victims or disperse them in fear. Presence allows crowd control, emotional manipulation, and enforced devotion.
I'm gonna do presence.
Okay.
And then what are the other things that I need to select?
You gain the looks merit. Merits are going to be under features. You get 2 dots in looks. Looks merit beautiful, actually, is a specific one. And then you gain the enemy flaw. A spurned lover or jealous partner. 1 dot.
Can you say that again?
Yep. So you get the looks merit beautiful, 2 dots.
Got that.
And you get the enemy flaw, 1 dot. A spurned lover or jealous partner.
Bye.
Magic Mystic says, presence is simultaneously the best plus most annoying power ever, depending on if it's used for or against you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe it.
Okay, I got those.
Cool. Did my blood leeches get their stuff added? As best they could.
No, I was just looking up the difference between the Diabolist and Shunned Flaw.
Okay. That is a good question.
Yeah, it's just having me type them in, so I'm trying to find the attributes.
Yeah, your flaws should be under features. You still have to type it in, but...
Merits and flaws both, yeah.
Yeah, so once you hit the edit button, you type in the name and the attribute.
Shun says you're despised by a sect. A line that was crossed should never be, and now members of that group are actively working against you. So you're shunned by a specific sect organization. I didn't see the other one that you said, though.
Yeah, Diabolist just means that I fully drained the vampire before.
Yeah.
Which sounds rad. I might just do that.
Yeah, I do think that probably means that anyone from the main group is going to hunt us.
Potentially.
Which might be fine.
We could talk about the story to see if they know, like if people know that you did that too.
Yeah, because you have an aura, like a black aura around you.
Yeah.
How would they know? How would they know?
Maybe
Nobody's gonna know.
The floating black spirit that haunts you.
They're gonna know.
To our continued good health.
I gotta see. So you get stuff for your clans too, but I don't know how the point system works for choosing your clans. Because like Bruja has disciplines in celerity and potence and presence, but they have a bane as well.
I think everything has a Bane too.
Yeah.
I don't know where to add that though. On these sheets.
Banes are somewhere.
Oh,
here.
Clan Bane is under blood.
Oh, yep. I could go in later too and add some of those things to your guys' character sheets. As long as you've already chosen the clan, I can come in and add those if there's not like a choice necessarily involved. So, aspects using
Apparently, I'm full of
black veins of dye.
unbridled rage.
Right, so okay, that's sick. All right, so we'll jump ahead. We'll come
What
back to add stuff that we need to. Unless you guys are we could jump back to clans and make sure that we. Let me just look. Character creation.
So when we get something, do we pick a power associated with it, or can we use any powers that are equal to the level? Do you know?
I don't know if I follow what you mean. I don't know.
So like I've got celerity, potence, presence, and protean, and there's a list of powers associated with each of those. Can I use anything that's level 1 because I have one level of those?
I believe so. Yes.
So I can activate Eyes of the Beast.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Where are you seeing those?
It's in the books under disciplines too.
I am just using the wiki for everything.
Page 243 in the book, if you have that up, or 246.
Oh, okay. So, like, you have that, I have presence.
Selecting powers. Every time a character gains a dot in a discipline, they choose one power from among the listed, either from their new discipline level or below. Vampire characters normally have an equal number of dots and powers in a discipline, no more, no less.
Okay. So that is the opposite of what we just said.
Yep.
And also,
how do you add
what Magical Mystic told us in the chat.
I'm so confused.
One power per dot in this level. I love what people.
I don't know where you add powers.
Can you add it in the discipline maybe?
Nope. Unless it's under something else.
Magical Mystic, thank you for being my guide.
System.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Oh, okay. No, you name it. When you add so if I add a protean, I have to choose Eyes of the Beast or Weight of the Feather, and then I need to write the details of that in the thing.
The thing, it doesn't have it as a drop down necessarily.
All right. I'm following. Which means I need to look up
It's
what-
really interesting. They didn't ever actually directly use powers in the GCP episode.
Really?
They just kind of said like celerity. I'm using celerity, and it's just okay. I can move fast, type of thing.
Maybe they don't understand how the game is played.
Well, I think Jared ran it for a long time, like as a main game. But maybe they just didn't get into it because it was a short thing. That is interesting, though. Good to know.
It does seem kind of silly. Did I say? Did I get that done? Oh.
Okay, so for disciplines, this goes back to kind of what we're doing right now. Choose 2 of your clan disciplines. Put 2 dots in one, and 1 dot in the other. So this is where we're at now. Everyone is here. We're just we jumped ahead without realizing they were jumping ahead. So
we only get to choose 2?
Yeah, you choose 2 of the clan disciplines, put 2 dots in one and 1 dot in the other.
Oh.
So yeah, that's we jumped ahead. So go to your clan. So Nicholas, what clan did you choose again? Your venture?
Yeah.
Okay. So your disciplines for clan venture, and I'll come and do the other clans next.
I'm venture as well.
Okay, perfect. Is dominate, fortitude, or presence. So there's 3 there. So under disciplines, you'll get to choose 2 of your clan disciplines. So you only choose 2 of those. So dominate, fortitude, or presence. And you'll put 2 dots in one and 1 dot in the other.
I already have presence, though.
You have presence from your
Being a siren.
Being a siren. So you can just add another dot to that.
Okay.
If you want to choose presence again. Or you could choose dominate and fortitude and have 3 different disciplines.
I'm guessing fortitude just makes us stronger. Like more resilient.
Yeah, I think they're pretty straightforward. I think celerity lines up with dexterity, and I would imagine fortitude lines up with stamina, because
Fortitude enables the
potence
venture
is
to
strength.
keep their thrones even when armies array against them, and to weather every blade, bullet, and bomb. They use the discipline to feed in adverse situations, physical or otherwise, where other kindred might run short on Vita. I know what it is. The venture resists the environment to take their fill. Yeah, it's their blood. That's how you embrace.
I mean, where? So, is there a page that has all like the disciplines on it?
Yes, discipline. Oh, so go to your clan.
Well, it has them, but does it have like descriptions?
Okay, so the descriptions is there's another. You should have another bookmark called disciplines. That starts on
I don't
page
have any.
245.
I just use the wiki.
Fortunately, do not have
Oh, okay.
PDF.
They're on page 245 of the PDF, or 240 or 243 in the actual PDF, or 245 if you're like searching for it. It's always 2 pages off. So I get more in-depth descriptions of each one.
Anybody that wants to, there's a wiki page that has all the stuff on it that just kind of explains everything much more.
Yeah, that works too.
Simple.
Sarah, you are Nosferatu. So let's look at yours. So you have disciplines in animalism.
Yeah.
Obfuscate and potence. So you get to choose 2 of those. So you can choose 2 out of the 3 and put 2 dots in one and 1 dot in the other. So animalism is the Nosferatu treasure the discipline of animalism for its utility in increasing their spy network, gaining familiars, allowing the delivery of messages, and granting the ability to suddenly swarm an opponent with a horde of rats, bugs, or birds. So I think you're going to want to take animalism. That does sound very Fleabag.
Yeah, I was just so like I click add for discipline. Where is it going?
So once you choose it, so it's a little pop-up menu that pops up and lets you choose from a drop-down list, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
you choose animalism and click
discipline, add, and then nothing pops up. Like it's not it won't add.
Close out of your character sheet in the top right.
Okay.
Maybe there's a bunch of things behind it. If you have any other windows to open, close out of those. So you should just be seeing the background now, right? You just see my cool orange city.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now on the right, click on Fleabag again.
Mm-hmm.
And now go
and then try
back.
and add discipline.
Yeah. Try and add discipline again.
Yeah, it's the same.
So you click to add discipline. Hold on, let me just try doing it. Okay, do you see it now? I just added it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure what's happening there, but
it got stuck for me a couple times, but if I clicked around, it usually got fixed.
Are we supposed to be selecting a power when we add these disciplines?
What you'll do is when you add a discipline, it'll say new whatever, new potence, new presence, and you can edit what it's called. You could click on it and change the name of it.
You get as many powers as you have dots.
Yeah.
So
Austin, I was going to ask you, do I get 11 if the thing we pick 2 in? Do we get 2? We get 2 powers, but can one of them also be level 2?
It's a good question.
Or is it level 1? Because there are 5 levels of powers.
I would think it would probably be 1 level 2 power or 2 level 1s is my initial thought. But let me look.
Or we could just wait 10 seconds.
No, I'm beating Magic Mystic to it. Every time a character gains a dot in a discipline, they choose 1 power from among the listed, either from their new discipline level or below. So I think you have So you can choose. You have 1 dot, so you can choose level 1, and then once you get your second dot, you can choose a level 2. So you can have a level 1 and a level 2.
Perfect. That is the answer I wanted.
Cool. Okay, so Sarah, we were looking at Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
So you gained. Are you going to put 2 dots in animalism?
Yes, and then I picked potence as my other one, but it won't let me add it. So if you could add that,
I
that'd be
will
great.
happily add it for you. Potence. Okay. And so you can put 1 dot in potence as well. So you have you put your dots in? If you haven't, I can try to do that too.
No, I got it.
Okay. I don't think it. Okay. It's not updating for me, but that's okay. All good. Okay, so that's your powers. Dylan, did you get yours figured out?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so you
So I have 1
are
point in celerity, 1 point in dominate, and then 2 in fortitude.
okay.
And so I
those
need to
are
pick
3 different ones because you got 2 from your clan and 1 from your
blood breach.
predator type.
Yeah.
Cool. Sick. So now, like Brendan said, there's powers involved with those. If you guys don't want to pick your powers right now, you don't have to. You could come back and look at those later, or you could pick your powers now. The wiki is probably the best place to go
Yeah, that's where I'm
to look
looking.
for those. They're also in the PDF. So
And we can only get level 1, right?
so you
Even if
could
we
get a
got-
level 1 and a level 2 if you have 2. So you
Okay.
get. Let me read that little bit on the rules again. Oh no, I have lost it. Every time you level up, oh, it says it right here. No, it doesn't. Oh my god. Once you get level 1, once you get 1 dot, you can choose a level 1 power. Once you get 2 dots, you can choose a level 2 power or a level 1 power. So because you have 2 dots in there, you can choose 2 level 1s or a level 1 and a level 2.
Okay.
Basically, the only thing you can't do is choose 2 level 2s.
I'll try.
Maybe you can.
Until you potentially hit level 3. Okay.
We leveled up?
You will get experience at the end.
I
Actually, do level up stuff.
I
Via
have to
neonate.
be. Yeah. The players asking every single time.
Actually, that's next.
Leveling up?
Leveling up. So neonates, each player gets 15 experience points. And let me just send a little graph or a little table that tells you what you guys can do with your experience points. Because that is easier
Tell
than
you what
walking
you can do with your experience.
Let's go over here. Vampire General. Alright, there's a little table that shows you what you can do with your experience points. So there's probably not a lot of options because 15 isn't that many, but there's definitely something there. So you can increase an attribute, which is just the new level of the attribute times 5. You can increase a skill, which is just the level of the new skill times 3. You can take a new specialty, which is only 3. You can take another clan discipline, which is the new level times 5. You can take a different discipline altogether, which is the new level times 7. You could take a caitiff. Oh, caitiffs. None of you are caitiffs, so you don't have to worry about that. You could learn a blood sorcery ritual, which is the ritual level times 3. Thin blood formula, advantage, and blood potency. It all is listed there. And so when it says new level, it just means that if you are level 2, you want to take level 3, the new level would be 3. So if you want one of your clan disciplines to get up to 3, you could do that once. You could get one of your clan disciplines up to 3 if it's already at a 2. It's 3 times 5 is 15. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So because you guys are neonates, you get to get 15 experience points. This is representing your slow, subtle growth throughout the decades.
What does blood potency do?
Blood potency is kind of your overall. It's almost like your level. It's like neonates are a blood potency 1, but the highest grade vampires there are can get blood potency 5 or 6 or something. There's a table for it. Yeah, so the 4th generation of vampires have a minimum blood potency of 5 and a maximum of 10 because they're just insanely powerful. You guys are 12th to 13th generation, so your minimum blood potency is just 1, and your max is 3. As blood leeches, they lost a point of humanity and got a level of blood potency. Your blood potency helps with your blood surge.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Well, yeah.
How is it useful?
The whole thing. So, blood surge at level 1 is you have to roll to see if you get hungry. You're like surging your blood. You're flexing your vampiric muscles, and you can add an extra die. At blood potency 2, you still only add 1 extra die, but at blood potency 3, you can add 2 die.
Okay.
And also at blood potency 2, you can heal 2 points of superficial damage per rouse check. You can just set this little table here. This will help.
There are
You
so
can't-
many things.
Yeah, there's a lot. And not all of it is going to come into play into our short form game, but there's the blood potency table. What's highlighted in green is what everyone started as, because you guys are blood potency 1, but that also shows you what 2 and 3 can do. So.
What is a fortitude rating?
I think that's just how many dots you have in your fortitude.
I don't see fortitude anywhere on.
Fortitude is a discipline. So it's something you have.
Oh, da da da. Okay. Da da da. Okay. Ugh. Yes. I see
There's
it.
a lot, but once it's built, then I'll just ask you questions and you'll go look and see what the numbers are.
Yep.
There's actually a whole section I skipped because it's very tedious. We could talk about it at some point too. Advantages. These are like, Brendan, like your house that you got. Like that's an advantage.
Haven.
Your haven
Correct.
is an advantage. So we're supposed to spend 7 points on advantages and 2 points in flaws.
We are supposed to?
You'll take 7 points in advantages and 2 points of flaws in addition to the ones gained from your predator type.
Okay. So we just haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Actually.
But I didn't think it was super necessary right now. We could talk about that later, or we could talk about a big thing that they did, and I've seen other people do and talk about like on subreddits and stuff too, is talk about just kind of adding advantages as you play. Like, I think that my character would have X, Y, and Z, so I'm going to use some of my advantage for that and say that I had that kind of retroactively.
I will say, I thought vampires was a rules light system. And this character
I think
creation
it is
has
rules
taken
light. It is just
2.5
character
hours.
building heavy. This is exactly what I expected.
Oh yeah,
you always say that though.
What's that?
You always say that though. Every time.
I expected
You
this
do
to take a long
anything.
time.
Yeah.
It would take a little less long if everyone like had read through the entire rulebook, but I also did not expect everyone to read through the entire rulebook because that's unrealistic. So
I wouldn't have been caught in bed reading it.
exactly, and I want people to play. So
I thought the pictures were good.
the last big thing is there's 2 big things, I guess. We'll call it 3. We'll call it 5, 4, 8. 17 big things left. This isn't character creations. There's nowhere to put it down. Why are you guys together? What's your connection? Where do you hunt? And where do you live? And for the latter 2, I have brought us to a map of Kansas City. But a fun map that gives neighborhoods. And we can talk about, where do you guys think you live? Where do you hunt? Do you guys share a hunting ground? You probably, coteries usually share a hunting ground. At nighttime, are you guys going into the South Plaza? That's where you hunt? You go into Hyde Park? You go to the zoo? Where do you guys live and where do you hunt? And why are you together?
The zoo for sure.
I live in the zoo.
That's right. In the
And those
in the
frogs who
monkey
might.
cage.
You never know.
My mind is a zoo.
So, once you think you have a good idea of your character, conceptually, I think everyone's got a good idea conceptually of who their character is. We do like, why are we together? Why does a DJ, an old military man, a flea bag, and Equalizer. Like, what's the connection here? Why are we in a coterie together? Where do you hunt? Where do you live?
I like the idea of us being in a cult.
All part of a cult?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I am not the one.
Like the idea of being a cult?
Yeah, of like being in a cult. I don't want to lead the cult or nothing, but be like the strong.
You have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader.
There you go.
I can confirm that with real life experience.
With real life experience. Ooh.
Being an accountant's like being a cult.
Potentially.
Maybe. I don't understand how some skills also have a amalgam. Amalgam?
We weren't supposed to be leveling up anything, right? You sent that thing in the...
Yeah, you have 15 points to spend. Sorry, I didn't tell. I just sent that and didn't say how many points you have to spend.
I think you did say 15. I don't understand. Do we... So at the top, it says 0 out of 0 XP, so I should change it to 15 out of 15. And then I should change it to
you don't have to
5
worry
out
about
of
your
15.
character sheet. It doesn't necessarily matter on the character sheet. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Just know you have. That's more if we're playing a long-term campaign, and I tell you guys it's going to take 20 XP to level up.
So if I increased my stamina, would that increase my health?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's always
Good
a
point.
derived stat. It's your stamina plus 3. So yeah, if you increased it, if you increase your stamina by 1, you increase your health by 1.
Got it.
Oh shoot. That's not one of my clan disciplines. I got that from being a trapdoor.
Oh wow, there was a lot of things open behind my character sheet.
Hey Austin, guess what?
Chicken butt.
I can make my strength 5 now.
Can you? I don't think you can. It's level
it
5
says new
is...
level times 5. I'm at 4.
So new level would be level 5, so 5 times 5 is 25. You guys have 15.
Wait, so how does this work? Okay.
So it's what the new level you're trying to get. So you're trying to get level 5. So
it's Witcher rules. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this is everything south of the river. I don't want to play anymore.
Did you only get a map of Kansas City south of the river?
I got Kansas City. This is just...
Did you... I live in Kansas City.
It's not everything.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Am I sure that I live in Kansas City?
Well, I just wasn't... I didn't know if it was one of those things where, like, how people like to say they live
Do you
in Kansas
remember
City,
crossing a
but
river, getting to my house?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. And this is Kansas City neighborhoods is what the name of the map was.
Still
Not all of
can't
them.
move my dot.
I don't know what is going... What do you need? What do you need to move?
I also don't know what map you're talking about, so...
I can't
It's
move
behind
my
your
dot.
character sheet.
What do you...
Oh,
what do you need to move?
can't see anything.
What is
behind
it?
my character.
Everyone's moving their dots around. I can't move mine. Is what I'm saying.
I was just gonna
I
move
think
it for
that's-
you. I'm not sure why
Isn't
it's not
that
letting you.
not just your mouse?
No, I know.
I don't think
I have
it's
a
letting me
mouse.
click.
Oh, I don't think I even have a dot on the screen.
You do. It's moving.
Okay, well, then it's probably just your mouse, Sarah.
Can you see mine move?
Oh wait, Game Master, Brendan, Dylan, Nicholas, Streamview. I don't think you're logged in, Sarah.
Are you
You're
trying to
logged
click
in
on...
You're try logging
It says
out.
Sarah.
I don't see Sarah logged into the bottom left. Yes?
I
I see Sarah
No.
logged in.
Game Master, Brendan, Dylan, Nicholas, Streamview. That's what I see as players.
that's all I see.
Oh wait, no, I have to
Why?
expand it. Okay. No, Sarah's not logged in. Josh, Lorna, and Sarah aren't logged in.
Mine says Sarah's logged in. She says she's green.
Huh. Sarah, I would just log out and
I
log
need
back
it
in.
here. Okay.
Just close out of your tab and then click on the link in the Discord again.
So silly.
I love also for the pronouns. We're gonna put we win. And
I did see that too.
Hee
Wee wee.
hee.
I'm a vampire. I don't care about pronouns.
Well, just because you became a vampire doesn't mean you lost your gender.
I just don't care about pronouns. It is just so not important.
There you go.
There, I'm in.
I can see your dot, Sarah.
You can. Great.
If you guys want to say that you live somewhere outside the core Kansas City neighborhood area, like not downtown, that's fine too.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine, Austin. You just don't. You just didn't get us a map of Kansas City. It's fine.
Just not.
I mean, it is a map of that. Everything in the map is in Kansas City. And maybe just is not all.
Pendleton Heights.
I assumed that most of the gameplay would be in the city downtown area, but I mean, if you want to
City.
Yeah, like downtown. Not
Are
like
we gonna get into the
suburbia.
geopolitical environment that is Kansas City during this game?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's it. I quit.
What are you thinking? Where do you go? Like,
It's too
we're gonna
much for
talk
me.
about clubs that people go to, bars. What's going on? I mean, it's it's Halloween event, so we got all sorts
What
of stuff.
year? What year
This
did
is
this take place?
2022, I believe, is what I said. So just a couple years ago,
Interesting.
we're doing it. It's
Interesting.
not now, but Kansas City's kind of got a lot of traffic right now with how well like our sports are doing, and it's also Halloween, so it's a busy city.
I think the rats would love West Bottoms.
West Bottoms, okay, we gotta vote for West Bottoms.
You're not wrong, Sarah.
The rats are still trying to get out of the West Bottoms.
I didn't
Maybe you
mean that.
live or hunt there though. Oh, I gotta ban someone real quick. Damn, get some spammy things.
I think West Bottoms would be a great place to hunt people.
Do you live there as well though? Do you think you live somewhere else?
Is West Bottoms in the room right now? Yeah, for sure. I live somewhere else.
We
don't
don't
care, I'm
all
just
live
asking.
together, do we?
I commute in
No.
to hunt, and then I
You guys
commute back
probably-
out to the suburbs.
You guys probably hunt the same area as a coterie, but you don't necessarily have to live in the same area.
I probably live in the plaza.
I
Okay.
commute in. I live in the suburbs.
Okay. Okay. Plaza.
My character would definitely live in the plaza because of his influence.
What is everyone else's opinion on hunting the West Bottoms?
That probably wouldn't be my type
Vampires
of
have
blood.
like
My
they
type
have
of blood.
zones that they hunt in. They respect each other's zones. If you
Well,
guys aren't the only
because-
vampires in Kansas City, it's got a whole population. So you
Sarah, it's
kinda get one of
because
these
my
neighborhoods.
my clan is very particular about who we hunt.
That's fair.
I'm not saying that because it's me. I'm saying there was
my
no
people.
choice. There was no choice of mine. It's what I was sired
Silas?
into.
Silas, is that you? You're Silas?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Silas. Silas speaking.
I run a radio station
What's your radio
somewhere in
station?
town.
Video
don't know.
killed the radio.
Well, think on it.
Free dog.
I don't know.
Are you
What do you mean? What is my radio station? It's a radio
98.9?
station.
What's your station?
Do you want to know specifically?
Yeah. What station do you DJ at night? Vampires are all awake at night.
105.9 Kiss FM.
Do you run 105.9 at night?
What-
or
what
you
is
run
it?
98.9?
95.7 The Vibe.
Yeah, Brendan,
It's
what
not
is it
95.7
on
The Vibe
Daddy's
anymore, though.
home?
It's
It's
97.3
probably not, but
or 107.3 The Vibe.
I haven't listened to the radio since like 2015.
I do on occasion, otherwise I just listen to my same 10 songs on repeat. I have to do other things. Sorry,
I'm picturing Brendan doing what's on Daddy's home, which is a little bit that I can't remember what it is now. I'll have to play it. Anyways,
I produce FANG radio.
Wait, spell it again.
FANG.
FANG.
Okay.
I don't think that's what you said the first time.
I heard
It
it.
is exactly what I said.
I didn't hear it in the first time. We're really leaning into it.
All right. Well, we could do another 4-letter acronym if you want.
What's it stand for?
I don't know. Why does it have to stand for something? It's just a call sign.
Okay, that's fine. The way when you spell things out, it usually stands for something.
It's Kansas City at night.
That's not what we heard.
KC
God damn it.
at night. All right.
Kansas City at night. For all
What
you
kind of music do
low,
you play?
all you low lifes, bloodsuckers, and otherwise,
It feels like it's gotta be like
Bottomers.
old school rock or something. What do you play?
all you bloodsuckers,
What's the music type?
outsiders, ostracized. It's talk radio.
It's just
This
talk
This
radio.
map
He
looks
just
like a
he doesn't ever
bunny
play any music.
rabbit.
As all night long, it's just me talking.
Did anyone else notice that this map looks like a bunny rabbit?
I don't even know. I gotta find this map. All right, I gotta close my character sheet to see it.
Yeah, you guys should all be on it. It's the background.
Oh, I gotta close 25 tabs. Hang on.
Okay,
Oh,
so
what is this?
People living in the plaza. If you just Google Kansas City neighborhoods, it's one of the top images. So
Okay,
I thought it looked cool. It was artistic. So we got people living in the plaza. We got people living kind of outside of town in the suburbs.
This is a really interesting way to break down the city.
I mean,
think
you guys also know the city somewhat. So if you've got, we've got maybe hunting the West Bottoms.
I live in Leawood.
Okay.
And my radio station is in Waldo.
Okay.
We're servicing the underserviced.
Waldo's a fun area to go hang
Kansas
out.
City.
Waldo is
There's at least
a lot
one
more
bar I've been to.
affluent than you think.
All right, well, pick another one for me then. I don't know.
I like it. No, that's good.
I just moved here. I don't see like there's no all right, my radio station is somewhere let's see. Let's pick a really no, I can't say scummy part of town.
No, go ahead.
What about where Austin lives? What about Sugar Creek? It's
No,
where
you
my
want to go
radio
Swamp
station
Park
is.
is what you want to do.
Yeah, that's good. It could be.
You could do
You should
Swope
hunt
Park.
Swope.
I could do Swope Park. But the thing is, remember, my radio station brings people in, and that's how I get what I need.
So do you guys...
I've got a herd of followers.
I think you guys should hunt in the same area, so I think we want to agree on that. So we've got hunting West Bottoms or hunting...
But we hunt different ways, all of us do.
You do,
Yeah,
but you have the
kind
same
of-
coteries usually share like hunting grounds.
I just don't think we do.
Yeah, that's really difficult because like I will only feed
Just
on
don't
like
think we
I think you're wrong. Honestly, I know what you say. You say words like usually and should, but that's not how it works.
because like if we hunt in West Bottoms or Swope Park, then like I'm not gonna get what I want,
Okay.
And I'm gonna get what I want.
and I'm gonna get what I want. That's literally what my whole character is.
There's a
Catastrophe!
there's a whole section in the rules about difficulty of hunting in certain areas. Let me see if I can find that for you guys, because that maybe will help.
I think Sarah and
There's
I
one thing I'm gonna do, and it's
That's
gonna
close.
be getting what I want.
Okay, so hunting ground difficulty. So slum neighborhood, skid row, public housing, that's difficulty 2. A bohemian, hipster neighborhood, gentrifying or blighted working class neighborhood, 3. Healthy working class neighborhood, downtown business district, tourist district, airport casino, 4. Manufacturing warehouse, port district, urban parkland, middle class suburban sprawl, 5. Wealthy neighborhood, 6. So there is certainly difficulties. Oh my god, we got another motherfucker.
Sorry, I didn't realize Austin was talking
motherfucker.
still.
I was just telling you those are the difficulty of hunting grounds. So, the less, you got ranging from slums to wealthy as far as difficulty goes. And if you've hunted there a long time, like if you guys, we'll talk here in a second about how long have you lived in Kansas City in particular. Maybe you've hunted this part for a long time and you've really got it down to a science.
Oh, I'm from here for sure.
Okay. What are we thinking? What do you guys?
my goodness.
Do you just have 2 hunting grounds? We could agree on 2 hunting grounds. Maybe you guys, there's no iron team, so you're not really ever doing anything alone.
Well, we do have one for mortals and one for vampires. So
okay.
Yeah.
I could put my radio station wherever you want it to be. We'll say the radio station is centralized. Maybe we all hunt in a different neighborhood, but there in the middle of that neighborhood is where my radio station is.
Okay.
And it's my haven.
Okay.
And it's where we all meet.
So zoom into the middle area. Or you may be hunting all of the plaza. So maybe West Plaza, the plaza, South Plaza, like that whole centralized area. Westport. Westport's probably a pretty good place to hunt. Nelson Adkins.
Let me tell you about how good hunting is in Westport.
I think you mean something different than the rest of us.
What do you guys think about that?
I will go where the
don't know if this matters as much as we're making it matter.
It does for me writing the story that isn't written all the way. So I want to know the area that we're playing in.
All right.
I think Dylan and I are pretty equal opportunity when it comes to
yeah, when it comes down to it, we can just feed on each other.
blood is blood. Yeah, we're just be sucking each other off regardless.
Yeah, and there's
Magical
alleys all
Mystic
across
also
the
made a
city,
point
so
that I
fine.
can definitely specify the preference a lot differently than I'm thinking of in my head. To where a feeding ground wouldn't be as important. I could find specifics. I need to decide what the specifics are first, but
what the specific thing you're looking for is,
yeah, since I'm a particular feeding preference.
We'll just say that my West Bottoms. Or no, I'm sorry. No. Crossroads. Let's do Crossroads. That's where the radio station is. If you want to go down to West Bottoms or you want to go on to Crown Center, that's, get your different varieties.
You want a quick bite?
Get
it?
You go down to Crown Center.
Okay.
You're right by Hospital Hill, so
yeah, I think
lots of dying people.
You felt bad saying that. That's good.
if I could have played as a bagger, that would have made a lot of sense to be right next to Hospital Hill. But I cannot.
Yeah.
You can just have to choose a different clan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to play as a different clan.
Crossroads,
But I don't
Union
think
Station. That area gets pretty busy.
I think we're good. I think that's where
There's
the
a lot
radio
of people
station.
that live downtown.
That's true.
That's kind of like downtown exactly. So.
Okay. Last thing is just what's your guys' story here? We'll put the nail in the coffin per se. Is what brought us together? What kind of coterie are you guys? There is some examples of types of coteries in the book.
Is there a coterie of opportunity?
There's those start on 197 in the book. You could be you talk about blood cults, formerly condemned as violations of the Masquerade. Blood cults have nevertheless resurged with the coming of Genna, which is getting into a lot of the story. Maybe not your guys' move. Cerberus coterie exists to protect or guard a certain spot or important location, such as a grave,
a radio station.
A radio station. Champions coterie exists to fight for a cause, possibly even one that mortals might recognize as worthy. Commando coterie exists to fight its master's enemies, the vampire equivalent of a SWAT team. Daywatch, Fang Gang, Nomads, Plumerine, Regency. There's Watchmen. There's a bunch of different coterie types. What's if you had to put a word, even if it's not any of those, on what do you guys do together? How does this weird group of people interact? Why are you a coterie?
Bad bitches that run this town.
Yeah, are we? I guess that's a question. Males, females? Are we? What are we?
Is that a question?
In betweens, which is fine.
Yeah, we're all non-binary.
I don't know if that's the politically correct way.
Austin's saying some fucking
shit. I did the thing where I became the monster.
I've been playing this for too long. Oh my god, turn it off!
All right. Well, one of these options is Commando. The coterie exists to fight its master's enemies, which I feel like might pertain to some of us.
Yeah.
It definitely pertains to me.
Yeah. There's also Cerberus, which means we exist to protect or guard a certain spot or important location, which could work with my radio station.
Yeah.
But that's also, is that where your trap is
Ooh.
usually?
I think so.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Coteries are usually
either
assigned a
that
hunting ground
or
by
that, or
bears
we'll say that if I have a radio station, maybe maybe the radio station is my haven, and maybe there is a club that I frequently DJ, like I'm like a minor celebrity at, and we go to this club to hunt.
I'll figure out a club. Or you guys have any ideas? You guys
Hamburgers.
know downtown better than me. Nicholas, Sarah,
Ooh.
clubs.
Um,
Okay,
Aura,
Lounge. There's a
Lotus.
club inside the club.
Ooh.
The Green Lady.
The Green Lady. Yeah, that's what
Is
I
that
just
where you
thought
hunt?
of.
Do you hunt at the Green Lady?
Oh,
I
I would love to.
This is what I want. This is what I want us to be specific.
It's a jazz club, and
I
it's
know
really
it's the one
fun.
that you and Lorna went to when
Yes,
Brendan,
yes.
when I didn't want to, and Brendan.
It's a jazz club. Well, that probably doesn't frequently have radio guest DJs, but that could still work.
Kansas City's hottest club is
Right. Got midget boom boxes.
midget boomboxes that you bring in carrying on your shoulder.
Okay, so you guys
Smart.
want
All right, Stefan.
DJ guest in this universe at the Green Lady, and potentially you are able to cause enough of a crowd that's kind of how maybe some of you guys feed.
Apparently, I'm enough of a celebrity that when I go into the Green Lady, they know who I am, and I have some.
They just like
I have
your
a small
deep, sultry
herd.
voice. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I told you from the beginning, he's a talk show radio talk personality, and so he's got, and I imagine it's kind of like conspiracy theory-esque things. Like he's definitely like
Fuck yeah.
he's definitely like fuck the government. Definitely like kind of he's a rebel. He's an instigator and that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. So
you're,
he's just like
Woody Harrelson in 2012.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
So I think he's
maybe
attracted a certain.
Everyone heard your radio station, and you were kind of the central point that brought.
I think am I the only one that has a haven? I mean, I guess we still have to pick that, right?
Yeah,
we still have to pick those
people
things.
could say they do. I think that you're the only one mechanically that does right now, though. Yeah.
What I was going to say is maybe we all know each other more or less by circumstance. Like everybody at some point has needed a place to stay, and like my radio like broadcast is like interlaced with like enough like vampire imagery and like suggestion that Kindred know I'm Kindred, so that they can flock to my place as a safe haven.
So you kind of Kindred radio, low key.
That's right. Oh, I could just be KIND.
Kind radio.
Kind radio.
But Kindred radio, yeah? Okay. I like it.
Be kind to one another. Good night.
I'm gonna go feed.
Okay, Ellen DeGeneres.
That's a good point. You guys all start
Don't
with
compare
two
me with
hunger
that
as
bitch.
well. You'll all have 2 hunger.
We start with hunger?
Yeah, you'll start with 2 hunger.
I'm hungry.
And when we actually play, which we're about to wrap up here because it's 10:30, we'll talk about hunger. Hunger is just you'll roll hunger die. Bad things can happen if you roll 1s or 10s on criticals or on hunger die. And it can get very cool very quickly. When you use powers, you have to roll to see if you get hungry. If you get too hungry, you can lose control. And the beast can come out. There's always the beast inside of you that's lurking to get out, to feed, and become a true animal. So
I really like the idea of us hunting specifically at like Green Lady Lounge because I'm a siren, so like I take people home with me from the lounge.
Yeah. No, we will 100% do that. So, cool. Okay. Well, let's mostly call it for there. Call it for now.
Call it for there.
There!
As far as character creation is concerned, I take you to a quick scene before we end it, though.
I'll prepare myself.
Judas.
Lucian is
no.
the evening is come. It's not sunrise, but it is sunset. You all are rousing in the morning. Lucian is on his way to work. Gets into work.
Was a nighttime talk show host?
As a nighttime talk show host.
Okay.
Gets on the radio. Is spewing kindred propaganda, but humans don't even realize it.
Blood is
You
the
take-
only superfood I need.
Exactly. You take in callers
And
from
ashwagandha.
time to time, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Evening's continuing on. You get a caller in,
Call me Piers Morgan.
and he says, Lucian, it happened to me. I got a letter.
What's up, Dave?
I got a letter.
Hogwarts finally called you back.
Oh, no, it wasn't Hogwarts. It's like you said. They're real. They're real. I knew it.
Now wait a minute, listener. Who is they that we're talking about?
I don't know who they is, but I got a letter written in blood. I think it's blood. I tasted
right.
it. Lucian,
in
that's what you
blood.
said to do, right?
I did not say that. Don't say that on the air. Stupid as
Lucian,
hell.
that's what you said.
This-
They'll come to
This is-
you in bloody letters.
Oh yes. They'll come
remember
to
that?
you in
That
the
was you
night.
last night.
I said some things that I may regret. I was drinking
did.
heavily.
You weren't drinking. Vampires don't drink.
Don't say that.
It said, the letter says, all will be revealed.
Oh yes. The circus.
Yeah, exactly. Or something.
You're
I don't
gonna
know.
see
Something's
the
going
whole
down, though.
circus.
You hear a loud ruckus. The mic cuts off. The mic cuts off. The phone call cuts off.
I'm sure he's fine.
He's not fine.
I don't know what's happening over there.
It's
Next
about
call.
the hubbub that you think
He's up to no good.
something's probably happening there. Also, I just keep seeing new names on.
Hello, you're our 100th caller.
You think to call the rest of your coterie and let them know after the shift what's going on, and the next day, you guys decide it's probably time to meet at your haven, and that's where we'll pick
Listen.
up whenever we find time to play again. When you get back
Here's
from
the
Italy
sitch.
and we all are here again, so a couple weeks from now at least, we'll jump into the main game.
It will be a couple weeks from now, but we look forward to seeing you all again.
Yep, that we do. All right,
So
well,
then-
thank you.
Stay thirsty.
Nia said it sounds good, so as long as Nia can show up, then
Nia will be here.
Nia
Magic
will be
Mystic will
here.
hopefully be here because we need someone who actually knows this game. We'll get this video
Yeah,
uploaded to YouTube.
Not these idiots.
Yeah, not me.
We need
just
a
have
viewer sitting there
notes.
shouting at us.
I just have so many notes.
Nia says she'll be here as long as I tell her. Got it. I will always post when I'm streaming, whether it's my personal account or with this group.
Cool. Alrighty.
Well,
Well,
100.
thanks for playing. Thanks for hanging out, stream. Appreciate it. Good interactions
playing.
today, and we'll catch you in a couple moons, a couple nights, a couple weeks, a couple months,
A fortnight?
a fortnight. We'll see you next time in Fortnite.